Yup. Hey, Sarah Lee. Hello, Andrew. Priest, Shipper. I don't know that name as well, but hello, everybody. Hello, YouTube. It's been way easier to kind of keep track of both chats with the multi-chat thing. I've been liking that a lot. Hey, quiet. Or quite. Stop Spilo React content slop. Not playing any React content today. We're actually going to go back to the Overwatch tier list we were doing and restart it from scratch. So, Spilo must have woken up. Oh, you sweet summer child. What's up, Baron? Sepulk, hello, Explosions. Tier lists are cool, yeah. I think so. I got it! Could we do an honesty tier list? No, well, let me think about it. Let me be open-minded. No, I don't think so. Like, no. That's just chasing like the tier list meta. No. Ketchup versus mustard depends on the thing it's on. Cheers, Hardstuck. Appreciate you, Moby. Wait, what is hacks and hijinks? I saw that it was out, but what is it again? I guess maybe we should do some hacks and hijinks. Maybe we'll do that later. We'll do that later when I'm nice and tired. I've got my energy now. I've been coaching for a few hours, but I still got a couple hours of energy, so let's spend that appropriately. Hey, Prime. 80 freaking 1 months. Hey, Nala. If you made a meta tier list, what tier would tier list meta be in? That's not bad. Tier list is kind of like lazy, but it's fun. It creates good discussion. Could be worse. Could be worse. We need to increase on a snake. Thanks, Alex. Tomatoes versus cucumbers. Tomatoes by a long shot. Way more flexible. Card, think of the sub, mate. Stop spamming women. Could we do a month's tier list? Yeah. Oh my days. You're baiting the Discord reacts? Of course I am. Play them like a fiddle. See, this is the thing. Who's baiting who? Who's baiting who? The bald jokes just draws attention to my beautiful head of hair. All the Spilo's awkward and clunky jokes just draws attention to how charismatic and well-spoken I am and how cool is a cucumber. You know, all the short jokes just draws attention to how incredibly tall I am, all things considered. So, you know, it's just me fishing for compliments. That's all it is. I hate women. Yes, every single one of them, all of them. If you're baldy, more aerodynamic though, I don't need it. I need the lack of aerodynamics to keep me grounded. Bald streamer tier list. We have all tracked your private jet flights to Turkey. Oh, Also, YouTube, let me know if stream is laggy at all. I did this last stream, but I turned on the bitrate by 1,000 in hopes that that keeps it from being quite as laggy. Yeah. Carpeted washroom versus 33 seconds spending in a room with a woman. Ooh, that's tough. Okay, I even got my notes for the cooldown design discussion. Oh my goodness gracious. I'm gonna go take my pills. Give me a sec.
Hey.
Yes, my hair pills. Yeah, okay, so we'll talk about like cooldown design. I'll explain the parameters. Just give me a few minutes. I've got all my notes here. Sepulk, thank you for the sub, mate. 6 months in advance. Wow. I appreciate that, mate. Thank you. French food meta or German food meta? I haven't had enough of either to really say, to be honest. I've noticed that warm areas generally have better food, in my opinion. The ults count as cooldowns. We're going to skip ults and passives for now just to narrow things down. They both suck, Queenie. All right. Is Freya her primary faster when you spam left click rather than hold? I don't know. I don't know. Big Goose, congrats on the 13 months. Thank you for the sub, dude. Let's try it. Maybe you are clinically insane. It's definitely not slower, I don't think. You'd have to like count frames, I think. I don't know. You need to buy a premium currency to use abilities. Freak me. Okay, this is wait, that's not what I wanted. Where's my? Where is that? Hang on, I can't see this. I need to move this over. We're gonna have to, might need to move my face cam here in a second. Hang on a sec. No window capture, display capture. And then we'll do black screen. And then we'll move black screen. No. Black screen will go down. And then chat is here. I'll bring it down here. Maybe I get rid of the black screen actually. Here's what I'll do. Wait. I can move the black screen off so it just catches chat there in the bottom. Yeah, that's good. Love you.
Love you.
You sweet. Thanks. Yeah, we're gonna have to start over. Right. Love you too. Okay. Let's talk. Here's what we're gonna do. We are gonna discuss cooldown design. We're gonna rank the cooldowns on 3 tiers. Needs a fundamental, in my opinion, rework. Needs major tweaks. This means more than just a number tweak or two, but probably something very drastic, maybe even borderline rework, but not quite. And then there's going to be minor tweaks. So this would be just number adjustments, distance, cooldown design, cooldown length, and so on. When I say that, I'm not saying that I think what I mean by that is if I were to say something like anti-nade, right? Like let's say that I think anti-nade is a well-designed ability, but it needs its cooldown reduced and minor tweaks, right? Something that is probably more than just one number tweak, maybe 2 number tweaks. That kind of deserves a minor tweak. Whereas major tweak would be a couple cooldown adjustment, range adjustment, and a damage adjustment, and maybe it does this instead, right? Major rework would be it basically doesn't even resemble the original ability again at all. It's completely different. Obviously, this is my own bias. I mean, this goes without saying. Not saying that I'm perfect with this. This is just more of a fun project to discuss and think about like what heroes, what abilities need work. And unfortunately, I'm not going to be as feedback focused as I have with some of my other tier lists.
We think are standout good cooldowns without any significant issues.
No, maybe some other time, but not right now. That's a good idea though. But I'm not going to be focused as much on giving feedback on all of the abilities. I think we can talk about it a little bit, but there's like 43, 44, whatever, how many here. So there's going to be a lot of cooldowns to go through. So it's going to be more flagging ones that I think are problematic, discussing briefly why I think they're problematic, ranking them and moving on. Now, I expect there to be a lot of disagreement because of that, because I don't really give an opportunity to explain my thought process all the way through, but I think it would be a fun exercise anyway. Now, our parameters for exactly what we're ranking this by. Skill or dynamics. How unusual or thoughtful or different ways of using this skill are there? Is it fun to use, satisfying to use? That's obviously subjective. Is it frustrating to play versus? Again, that is obviously subjective. Is the impact of the cooldown directly related to either its length or how difficult it is to use? Example of this would be something like Sleep Dart, which is a very powerful cooldown, has an appropriately longer cooldown, and is also difficult to use, right? So you have like the perfect parameters where there are other cooldowns that are a lot shorter or are long, but very easy to use. And so therefore just don't feel super well designed to me. So effort to impact is really important. And yeah, we're gonna get right into it here. Now we are starting over. And the reason we're starting over is because I wanted to reshift our parameters. Before we were just grading them like this cooldown sucks, but I realized we were running into some walls with that because that wasn't a very good definition. It was much more emotional. And I would rather have things like major rework as a terminology, because you might have a cooldown in this tier that actually is not super toxic to play into, but just doesn't serve its purpose. You get what I'm saying? So major rework doesn't mean that it's a terrible cooldown to play into. It just doesn't function with the character's kit very well, right? It may be an inoffensive cooldown. It just doesn't really perform all that well. So this isn't just, oh, I hate playing versus this cooldown tier list. This cooldown doesn't fit in the character's kit or doesn't function the way that it should. All right, from here we'll go major tweaks. We'll say major adjustment, and then we'll do minor tweaks. And we might have another tier inserted in there as well, but for right now, I think that's probably a good start. I would probably say no more than 4 potentially here. Now, remember, minor tweaks is not multiple cooldown adjustment. It's just like, well, it is multiple. It's not just one, right? So for me, I'm going to immediately drop in anti-nade. So let me explain why. I think anti-nade is a fine ability. I like it a lot. I think it serves a great purpose. I think it's a little bit too powerful. And I also think that the perks have adjusted it to a point to where it needs to be addressed. Also, we're not going to be looking at passives and ultimates. Just the cooldowns, the buttons on the screen, the abilities really. And let's kind of give you guys an option so you guys can see here. I think that it probably should have either a ceiling for how long you can be anti-naded that's reduced, or you can heal through the anti-nade to quote-unquote break the anti-nade. But I think the easiest way to do this is just to reduce the amount of burst healing that it does on the Ana itself and then go from there. Thank you, Rusty Cake. I appreciate it. So I would say minor tweaks. I don't want to do fine as is because I think that would be a very long tier list, a very long category. I want to make this visually a little bit simpler. But I don't know what you guys think. I think anti-nade is probably fine, but could use some minor tweaks to shift its power away. I think its cooldown is way too long. I think it's probably too effective at what it does. And I would like to see that adjusted. I would like to use this ability. I think a good cadence for nade is around 11 seconds. That has been always the sweet spot for me, to where you can use it about once or twice per fight consistently, but not feel like you're scared to use it, but also not feel like it's way too powerful. Yeah. It's also a gatekeeper for a lot of really toxic metas, which I'm not saying that justifies its existence as a whole, but it is a small side effect of it. So, okay. Sleep Dart, I think is fine as is. I think Sleep Dart is much more of a skill issue, and it's much more of an aim-related cooldown, and it even already has a reduced cooldown. So, yeah. Obviously, we're not doing passives. We'll keep going here. I think these are fine. Okay. Major rework. Now, we've already talked about this with Lamp on Saturday. I just think Lamp is not a terribly powerful cooldown, but it is just the worst. Hey, Tom. Congrats on your 3 stream streak. That's an incredible streak right there. It's just the worst. It's not very effective. It's frustrating when it is effective. It has a remarkably long cooldown. It just doesn't work in Overwatch 2. Overwatch 2 is far more spread out. I think a lot of the ideas that I've floated around with Immortality Field have been more of a damage reduction field or a damage reduction buff that you have to projectile aim. That when applied reduces the target's incoming damage for a brief period of time. That is not only better because, it's less better than it's actually better than Immortality Field in a lot of ways. But the difference is that when you have a damage reduction field or some way of applying that, you actually open up the question of when do you best use that? Do you use it early in a tank trade to give your tank a massive advantage in the tank trade? Do you save it for yourself if you're in the danger of being dove? But we'd probably have it so that it reduces the damage you're taking by less than it does for a teammate. Is it harder to use at longer distances, but still functional at longer distances? I mean, for crying out loud, you could use it on a tracer to win a tracer duel. So I don't like the revive pylon from Rocket Raccoon. I think it's one of the worst abilities in that game, but I appreciate a different approach of thinking about it. But yeah, I don't like BAP Lamp on either side of the equation. I think it's terrible in Overwatch 1. It's terrible in Overwatch 2 for a different reason. But yeah, just no. Be gone. A Dame's reduction. That is definitely a typo of all time. Smoking a cigarette, 1947, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm only focusing on 5v5 with these, but I think a lot of the transference applies to 66 as well. I think the 2 abilities that we just talked about, Immortality Field is probably quite functional in 66 actually. But yeah, you would definitely have to make some work. So just play for fun, Surreal, and I'd try quick play or an alt if I were you. Yeah. Okay. Regenerative Burst. I think it's also major rework. I think it's borderline, but major rework. Let me explain why. A lot of the ideas that I've had with the Regenerative Burst, this just so happens, by the way, to be a couple of cooldowns that I've thought about a lot. Not all of these cooldowns are going to get this amount of thought. Is either self-targeted or team like AoE targeted or single targeted, so you can apply it on a target and give them some sort of a single target buff at the expense of yourself. I think having it only be focused around you is just way too limiting in Overwatch 2, and it does not fit the intentional design of the game. I also think that it can be a little bit too much sustain focused. And I think I would like more flexibility. I mean, honestly, with both of his cooldowns, BAP just desperately needs flexibility. That's by far his biggest weak point in Overwatch 2.
Window.
Oh, it's window. I'm dumb. Sorry. I knew that, guys. I was testing. That was testing, you guys. It's testing. You passed it. Congrats. Nice job. But yeah, I mean, BAP's biggest problem is that you have a character that's really overtuned in some ways. He's one of the strongest 1v1 characters in the game, and yet he's chronically underperformed since Overwatch's release. And it's because his kit just doesn't function. It doesn't function that well. It's not just that he's harder to play with his weapon, which I do think is true, but I do think that it's just his abilities just are very inconsistent with their value. They're really good. They're really good at certain things, but those certain things aren't as valuable, right? So his team utility was unbelievably strong in Overwatch 1. Now it's just not as good as... he's kind of meta right now. I mean, kind of at the very highest level, but we're not looking at the professional level. And even at the professional level, he's only meta because of a lot of things around him. BAP has not been a meta definer in Overwatch 2, to my knowledge, ever, right? He's more of a consequence of the brawl meta that we have right now and the weak state that Juno is in. Not to mention the strong state of Ramatra and a lot of other little details. So yeah, long story short, sorry, water. The problem with multi-chat, by the way, guys, if I miss like subs or bits or like Twitch rewards, multi-chat doesn't have that. So I sometimes miss it because I'm looking at the multi-chat because I want to see YouTube chat. But yeah. Okay, let's keep going here. I think this is turret. I'm going to put turret and minor tweaks because I'm trying to keep and be sensitive to the hero fantasy when it's not actively antagonistic. And I think with the things like they've done to armor, have made it a little bit better.
If you miss me, I will
hey,
be
Pope.
very angry.
I didn't miss you, no, because it was very loud. Yeah, 26 months. I appreciate you, mate. I'm like, I don't really know what to think of turret, to be honest with you, because I think there's like a lot. I just got a mad on my cat's fur. Holy crap. Okay. I had some suggestions back in the day about like giving him a reduced headshot multiplier, but like completely tanking his clip. But I don't know if I like that suggestion anymore. I'm not really sure that there is an easy answer. I'm soft considering perks, nerdy. Soft considering. I don't know. I don't have a lot of suggestions with Bash's turret form. I still think it's too good at what it does. I think Bastion's perks are amazing, and they've done a great job of opening up playstyles. And I think Bastion's probably objectively in the most healthy, balanced state that he's ever been in the history of Overwatch. He's the most flexible. He's the least cancerous to play into. But I do think the turret is something that we should probably continue to look at. I don't have suggestions for it right now, but I am going to put it on we need to keep an eye on it. It may be a little too much of his power still front loaded into that cooldown, and there's a lot of characters that just don't really have anything to do with that at all. But yeah, I don't think it's that big of a deal. Shield Bash, Inspire, Pack, Rally. I do think Pack probably should do a little bit less burst healing. If I were to adjust to anything, maybe we could look, but we're not looking at any of these cooldowns, so we're going to keep going here. Why isn't their tier for staying the same? They just get skipped. They get skipped, right? Because otherwise we'd have this really bloated tier here. We'll ignore the pack. Yeah, I do think armor pack needs more tweaks. I think its burst heal's probably a little too strong. I wouldn't mind if they removed the burst heal and just gave the burst heal for the major perk instead. See how that goes. But yeah, we'll keep going here. I mean, you guys know, right? Major adjustment to hinder. I think there's this. Okay, so here's something. There's this weird misconception. I think not weird misconception, but there's like the semantic concept that I see floating around a lot, that somehow soft CC is objectively better than hard CC. And I think that that's something that we need to remove from our brains and throw away and never assume ever again. The concept is that as long as I can do something, that is probably better than doing nothing. You get what I'm saying? Like, oh, Sombra's hack is not that bad. You can still shoot back. Cassie's hinder is not that bad. You can still shoot back.
Healing per second on the pack itself.
Yeah, I'm aware, Brox. There would be some other changes you need to make. I just don't agree with that. I think it's too single-minded to think that way. And for Hinder specifically, the reason why that's a danger is that Hinder cancels movement abilities. Hinder cancels abilities as a whole, right? In addition to that, the duration of the soft CC is significantly longer, not 10 times longer, but it is longer than the hard CC. So yeah, the hard CC prevents you from doing something, but then the soft CC prevents you from doing most things for longer. And the reason why that can even be more toxic is it means that stun was much more flexible in terms of how it's used, because you could use it offensively, you could use it on pretty much any target, and it would be useful. There's multiple ways to use stun. I'm not a big fan of flashbang, right? Let's not pretend that everyone loved flashbang in Overwatch 1. Would it be better than Hinder? Probably, but let's not rose-colored glasses here. People didn't like stun. Hinder has made that worse, I do think, because it is now much more niche in terms of how it's used. It's basically just used for damage outside of certain circumstances. But in those circumstances, it's objectively better than Flash, which if you're the unfortunate hero that rhymes with decking wall, then you're really not liking this cooldown. Really not liking this cooldown. And if you're not one of those characters, then it doesn't really affect you at all. So, yeah, Sticky Bomb was the worst. I'm not a big... I think Sticky Bomb was probably the worst implementation as a whole. But yeah, long story short, I don't have a lot of feedback here. You could absolutely replace Hinder completely. You could make some major adjustments to it. The adjustment for me, and this is why it's a borderline for me, is that I don't want it to hinder anymore. Or at least it needs to be a much more important to time cooldown. But I just think that Cassie's kit is so pared down that... And it's pared down and not like there's only a couple of things, but there's a lot of things you could do. There's just not a lot. Like, Roll's a pretty good ability. It's a pared down ability, but there's a lot of little things that it does that you can kind of lean into. Hinder's not really that. So, I don't have a lot of feedback here. You could definitely argue major rework, but because I don't have any immediate thoughts or feedback, I'll leave it at major adjustment, and we'll see. Yeah, so no, I agree for his cooldowns to be simple. We don't want Cass to be a complex character, but we can still have a character that scales with some thought and with some effort. And I don't think Hinder's the way to do that. I think Stun subjectively would be a step up in terms of the complexity of the character, but I'm not sure. Okay, yeah, we've already talked about Doomfist needs a major rework to Empowered Punch. It's just... the worst. We've already talked about it on Saturday and won't double down too much. If you want to go into a little bit more of our thoughts on that, you can go. But yeah, it enables everything that Doomfists hate. Quake was here on Saturday and he was talking about how much everybody hates Empowered Block. It punishes you for your teammates' little errors, like in a weird way. It's not like Deflect because you get tickies for shooting the Empowered Punch, which kind of like encourages you to shoot it. And you do damage, but then you farm punch, and it's just the worst. It's just the worst. I don't know if you would need to complete... I know a lot of... Okay, so this is going to make some Doomfist players mad at me, but you should definitely not replace Empowered Block with Uppercut. And I do think that having some sort of mitigation, like even block, could be fine. I just don't like the way that empowers function in this game. I would need to go back, like a parry mechanic I think we talked about. We did a full Doomfist rework discussion. I actually went into a call for like an hour with the guy who does a lot of the wiki stuff on Doomfist, and we had a really good discussion. But if you guys want any of that, you could just have to go back in our reworks on YouTube and just search Spylo Doomfist rework or whatever. And we talked a lot about it. I just think that in its current iteration, there needs to be major changes with how Empowered works with Doomfist, because Punch does so much of Doomfist's value. Doomfist is basically, the vast majority of his pressure is farming a punch and his primary fire. And I think more of that needs to be distributed a little bit more democratically. And I think the Empowered Block is by far the greatest offender. Yeah. And this is why I'm not a fan of Overwatch. Just replace it with Uppercut, because yes, it's more CC, but more than that, because you're like, oh, but you're trading off the CC from the stun for Uppercut. I understand that, but the problem is that Doomfist is already very all or nothing as a tank, he is. If you replace one of his mitigation abilities with another mobility cooldown or another offensive cooldown, he's going to become even more feast or famine. And I do think that you have to be careful about that. I know hero identity, right? But there's a reason why DPS Doomfist looks different from tank Doomfist, besides just the HP, right? You need some form of defensive capabilities. And I think the idea behind Empowered Block was flawed from the beginning, but the concept of giving him something that's more mitigation-ish is not a bad idea. It just was implemented really poorly. Right, only Doomfist mains, well, not just Doomfist mains, but Doomfist mains that probably want Overwatch 1 back again. And they're very emphatic about that kind of stuff. I mean, if you guys have ever played Overwatch Classic to any point in time, there's a Doomfist in every freaking game, bro. But yeah, okay. we'll keep going here. Slam needs minor tweaks. We won't go into the details right now, but whether it's incorporation with him powered block, but it is embarrassingly weak in terms of what it does. Its pressure is way too low. Its damage is way too... Honestly, maybe I'll take Slam off because I think Slam actually just needs a damage buff more so than anything else. And then I think it's fine so yeah, we'll keep going here. The Zarya energy idea. Yeah, in a way. The problem with the Zarya energy idea, here's the difference between Zarya energy and Doomfist energy. Ignore the energy. At least what bubble does is it allows you to do things while the bubble is active. So you can choose not to shoot the bubble if you're a really smart team, quote unquote, right? But that allows the Zarya to take space and to do damage during that window. So it's very important to get that right. With Doomfist, it's basically just like I'm buying time for my cooldowns, which is fair, but Zarya does that too. But you can't do anything while you're blocking. I think one of our ideas with Doomfist block, I might be wrong. We had something similar to the parry mechanic where he can deal with a cooldown if he gets the timing exactly right, kind of like what he has right now. But I think he was able to move a lot faster during his block. I think he had like 80, 90%, or maybe even 100% movement speed during block. And the empowered mechanic, I think, was way weaker. And it affected both slam and punch, I want to think. But I can't remember. I don't remember. But basically, it allowed him to actually move around and reposition at the very least a lot more. But it's a tricky mechanic, and there isn't an easy answer. And I hope that that's being clear, guys. Like this is why I really wanted to change the terminology here, because I felt like it was way too toxic last time, because it's not easy designing a character. I feel like that shouldn't have to be said. So yeah. Minor tweaks. We'll say Matrix is fine. It just needs a duration tweak. So it's the kind of the slam thing. So it could minor tweaks is, notice it says tweaks, not minor tweak. So I will say it. I'm not saying the Matrix is a healthier cooldown than Nade, and I think the duration is very offensive. But we're trying to do things that need more than just a number tweak. You know what I'm saying? I think that goes fine. Genji's fine. Right. As a context of anything. Okay. We've talked about this one already. I think Storm Arrow needs some pretty major adjustments. I actually don't know what I want with Storm Arrow. I think the reality is that if you took away Storm Arrow entirely, like let's just say we replaced Storm Arrow entirely with something that was also kind of whatever. Let's just ignore that for a second. Maybe we'll put it in major rework, because here's what I'm thinking. If you guys have played Hawkeye, right? From Marvel Rivals. Now, Rivals has its own issues, of course. But one of the things that I liked a lot about both Hawkeye and Widow in that game is that they had melee options. So if they were under pressure, they could do things to defend themselves. They were kind of cool, right? They were kind of cool abilities. Like you had your melee deflect. Widow had her little grapple melee stuffs. You know what I'm saying? Storm Arrow is your best melee option, but it's also your best mid-range, and it's also your best long-range option, and it also isn't really fun or cool. You get what I'm saying? So when I say major rework, I think he needs something to defend himself in close ranges, but it needs to be something cool or fun or different, not just infinitely spam arrows, because there isn't enough decision or thought or skill in applying this ability. But yet you can't just take it away because Hanzo would be just neutered. Like he would do nothing. He would be dead instantly. So I think this is one of those moments where like the hero fantasy of like the bouncing arrows, it's like, guys, can we move on from that a little bit? Like it's either way too powerful or not good at all. Even back in Overwatch 1, it was actually, so this is the spicy thing. Scatter Arrow wasn't even that good in Overwatch 1. It would occasionally one-shot you as a tank, like once a match, maybe. But then you just forget about it. It was like a clip farm ability, right? It was good to use it, but then you just kind of like, okay, whatever. I just think that hero identity, because it's nostalgic, people want to go back to it, it's not good, guys. Give him something else. Take some inspiration from Rivals with him. You know? Right. Give him a little, what's the little Kana sword, the short swords or something like that? Do something fun with it, Give him something that can allow him to kind of, because Hanzo is a little similar to Bap, where he just really isn't good in Overwatch 2. His kit doesn't work. His Storm Arrow is by far his strongest dueling potential, but Dragon has fallen off. Induction through arrows is part of his identity, and I think probably needs to stay, sadly. But there needs to be something else in his kit to kind of give the sauce, and just doesn't work. A Wakizashi, yes. Something like that. I don't know. So when I say major rework, I'm saying that this ability needs to be replaced entirely with a more short to medium melee or even ranged or something option that takes a little bit of skill, requires some opportunity cost, and it has something of a ceiling that you can get out of it, right? Okay. Let's keep going. Cooking, make the scattered arrows bounce towards location of an active sonic arrow. Oh, I mean, that would be kind of cool. Right, there's all sorts of ideas you could do with it. Okay, Idiari. I think Outburst deserves minor tweaks. I think it needs more. It's not just in terms of damage or healing output or buffing, hitting your teammates and then they get a buff, or hitting the enemy, or it has like a burn effect for 30 or 40 damage, or it's also just really weak as a mobility cooldown. It's extremely limited. It's basically literally, somebody in chat on Saturday said, "Get off me, slop." And I was like, yeah, that's basically, it's basically just a defensive cooldown. It's not even good for rotations. I don't put it on the list if they don't need anything. So I think it needs something. It needs a couple of somethings, which is why it's going to make minor tweaks. Winding up outbursts for more mobility height, sure. Yeah, something like that. Okay, I'm going to put Pylon in major adjustment because I don't think Pylon is going to go away. I think too much of her identity is cooked into that ability. So let's find the best version of Pylon. Limited duration, different values depending on how long it's been out, maybe different target priority. I don't know. But it needs some major adjustment, and I won't argue with you guys if you're for major reworks. Yes, Quantum, look for the title of the YouTube live session titled Frick. There's something in the title that's named Frick a few weeks ago. It's timestamped in there at the end of that stream. I don't remember what day it is. But yeah, Pylon just needs a lot of work. I think Junker Queen's fine. Junker Queen, I think, is just kind of like the DPS tank, really. That's pretty much it. She's a very skill-based, positioning-based, punishing DPS tank, and I think her abilities function fine as is. Yeah. Okay. I think mine only needs one tweak, really. I think the boop distance is just a little much. I don't know if that's just me. That would definitely, but I think it's a little much. But I think the damage it does is fine. It has fall off, cooldown's fine. I mean, maybe there's a couple of tweaks, but I don't want to delve too into the weeds. I think Trap needs just Trap just needs to go away. Trap just needs something entirely different. We've already talked about it. Luki Goo's in chat here. Yeah, Trap needs to go away. It needs to be something completely different. It's a gimmick. It's silly, but it's annoying to play into. It's not really that fun as a Trap player, or as a Junkrat player rather. Yeah, we've talked about it a little bit on Saturday as well. So. I think if you were technical, mine could use more than one tweak, because I think also, Lukigu, I don't know if you agree, but I would love if mine didn't force you up, but if depending on where you threw it, it could also force you down or laterally, right? So you could have a little bit more control over your movement. But that's getting a little too far into the weeds, and I think it's fine if it just doesn't make the list.
Stepping on Trap feels like stepping in dog poo most of the time.
I just don't like how it scales in value. It's exclusively, oh my gosh, I made a mistake ability. And I think like that, with how few abilities that character has, I don't think it's good. Yeah, it always forces 45, right? Okay, Kiriko. I don't think a cleanse is bad. I don't think the range cleanse is bad or a projectile. I just think that they need to do some significant adjustments to what it does. That's it. I wish that it was way more offensively minded. I wish it had a lower cooldown. We've talked about it before. I would love a cleanse that gives... I would love if she had the major perk where it gave movement speed to whoever you're cleansing. But if it was not 14 seconds, didn't give invulnerability, didn't make you intangible, didn't have as much of the burst heal, or if the burst heal at all. Yeah, I mean, there's just so many things that Suzu needs. But I don't think by design it's necessarily completely unfixable. I think Kiriko is very much hated for a couple of reasons. I think she's definitely one of like the community's punching bags from like the higher tier content creators, which I understand. But I think that like we can work with it. And I think teleport just needs minor tweaks. I think realistically you could do more than that, but like you shouldn't be able to go through walls, or if you should, you have to go to significantly lower. Like it's just not we talked about on Saturday, it's just not a very inspired design for a mobility cooldown. It's just not very interesting, and which means it's really broken. And this is obviously exacerbated by one of the most powerful perks in the entire game, her major. So when I mean minor tweaks, I don't mean, reduce it by half a second. I mean like maybe some significant, just not a lot of tweaks necessarily. But I don't have some immediate suggestions. Yeah. Kiriko's identity as being a character that is unpunishable in terms of kills and is only punishable through a lack of value on angles is a little bit of an awkward one. I don't think there's a single support in the game that is harder to punish than a good Kiriko. And I think that that's a problem. If you think about all the mobile characters in the game, with maybe the exception of situationally Wrecking Ball, Tracer, Sombra, Doom, Winston, Genji, they make a mistake, they have a real risk of dying. Even Sombra, right? Real risk of death. I just think Kiriko is so incredibly hard to punish sometimes, and I don't think that that's good. I think that there should be a way of disengaging for sure, but I think it's just a bad gameplay loop to just say, oh, you survived, Yeah. Anyway, we won't elaborate too much more. Lucio's fine. I think Petal needs some tweaks. I think major adjustment, minor tweaks. I would love if Petal had a more offensive value as well. I would love if it had a much lower cooldown and a reduced duration. I wouldn't mind if there'd be two of them, if you could basically one-shot them almost instantly. I don't know if... Basically, here's the gameplay loop problem right now. Right now, Petal is basically used to elevate you out of combat. There's not enough... I'm going to get this to a better position. I'm going to help a teammate get to a better position. Part of that is just it's hard for people to play around Life Weaver, which I understand, and you can't really fix that. But I don't feel like you're rewarded. And Petal is significantly more defensive than it is offensive. And part of that is the few things that it does. And so, you have 300 HP in a Petal. So... I don't mind Petal as a concept, and I think it's silly to assume that it's going to go away. I don't think Petal will ever go away. It's the same thing when I was saying about Suzu or Pylon, right? I don't think it's going to go away. So can we make it more interesting to use or more offensive? Maybe. Minor tweaks. Life Rip. Major adjustment. Major adjustment. I'm not going to repeat myself for the 1,000th time, but you should be rewarded for pulling teammates around to different angles. And a 19-second cooldown is not it. Yeah. I know you guys hate me, but Life Grip is not, I just don't think it's going anywhere. I don't think it's going anywhere. So we got to make our peace with it. We got to make the ability more thoughtful, more interesting. The two suggestions I give is if you pull somebody 3/4 HP, you should be able to get a reduced cooldown, significantly reduced cooldown. So right now they have the cleanse reduced cooldown for 4 freaking seconds. Not good. Worst implementation of that idea. But do it literally half its cooldown. And then the second thing is you get the ability to cancel the ability. You can double tap it to cancel. Now, I understand that there is a real chance that I am completely wrong with this and this is going to get abused. I'm willing to admit that. You could be held hostage by your Life Weaver. Yep. I don't know. But I mean, this is the ability as a whole. So either you delete the ability entirely or you try to make it functional and hope for the best. So I'm open to both arguments. If you guys are convinced that Life Grip is unredeemable, there's nothing you can do, sure. I'm down for that. I understand. But I'm going to keep it here just because I'm trying to make what we have work whenever possible. Where is this cardiac right here? This is cardiac, right? Major adjustments. I think its AoE potential is fine. I think its whole relationship with damage reduction and overhealth can be fine as well. I wish it set people on fire. They did that with Overrun, which I think was okay. But we did a whole... Do you guys remember when we had the guy that programmed out the ability for cardiac to be used to set people on fire? It's pretty cool. It's pretty fun. I think cardiac could use some work. Or just in general, something that gives you a little bit more offensive options with the ability. Or even defensive that isn't exclusively tied to self-heal overhealth. I think Malga needs mitigation. Malga also needs this hitbox reduced, but Malga needs mitigation that is not healing. And I think also you should probably do something, certainly in the 66 cooldown as well, but yeah. We'll move on. May is fine. I hate her perks, but we'll move on from there. Where's damage boost? Which one is the damage boost, guys? Or the heal? Or the primary fire? It doesn't have an icon. Okay, we're just going to put Mercy in major adjustment with the major rework with Mercy's beam. We'll just put Mercy's beam there just for fun. Let's pretend that's Mercy. Yeah, sure. That's Mercy right there. Major rework to her beam. Major rework. So she needs resource. She needs something that isn't just damage boost. We've talked about it a million times. Oh, you're right, chat. I'm sorry. Okay, technically primary fire secondary. Frick, move on. Okay, yeah, res sucks. That goes without saying. We move on. It's incredibly rare to get off. When it is, it's really dumb gimmick. Yeah, major rework. Terrible. I would like to see some minor tweaks to Fade. We kind of talked about it on Saturday, just to do some more interesting things. I think mobility, you always want your mobility to have at least an offensive and defensive option, right? At least, either to go in or go out. And technically, I guess you have that with Fade, but if you compare it to something like Winston's Jump, which has a damaging component, Wrecking Ball is damaging component, Lucio has team component in terms of his amp, Brig has a damaging component, you give that a perk, and now it actually regenerates your shield. Wraith has a reload, right? Moira's Fade is a repositioning tool. Her perk that gives her the longer fade is interesting because it allows her to swap sides of the map, which is kind of neat. But I would love to see Fade do something interesting. But yeah. And then obviously Orb needs major adjustments. I don't mind an Orb ability, but it needs to not be the free-flowing Orb because The reality is that the situations in which using geometry to accentuate the value out of orb is just the vast minority of orbs. Small rooms, it absolutely matters. You can definitely do the angling on the floor and get like a teeny bit more. If you angle at their feet, there's like little tiny details like that. And so on. But I don't know, like orb just doesn't work out super well. It's not just that it's like, I think just raw healing and raw damage is also a little dull as well. Yeah, I don't know. There's some things that they could do with it. Heal swap or even amp? What do you mean heal swap or even amp? I'm not sure I understand, Roger. I'm sorry. I think Lucio's fine, to be honest. I think Boop is fine, to be honest. I mean, tanks have a Boop resistance, so they're fine. And I think, yeah, get fricked. Yes, Woodkling. But the good news is that it shouldn't demand too much editing. Everybody say hi to Woodkling, the editing wizard. And doing thumbnails, the last couple of thumbnails as well. Just picked it up like nothing. Yeah. So if you guys don't like the videos, I have nothing to do with it. It's not me, it's him. Boop perk though? Yeah, kind of. Maybe. I mean, it's definitely strong. Trust me, I hear you. But I don't know. It involves putting the Lucio at risk. And you also, it's the opportunity cost of not choosing the other perk, which is pretty good. I don't like boop requires risk, and deciding who to boop and when to boop is actually a really important, like I'm telling you guys, if you think boop is easy, you need to go play Lucio. You need to go watch some high level Lucio play, and you need to play Lucio. Yeah. Okay. We'll keep going here. I mean, Fortify sucks. Fortify has had potential. We've talked about it already. Nobody ever used it for the cooling effect of the weapon, and now it's just a slow, Herculean defensive. Blech. I talked on Saturday a great deal about what I think I would like it to do. Lean more into the weapon overheat. Have different overheat layers with your gun. Have the weapon function in different ways. So higher overheat means more spread, more damage. Higher faster fire rate. Lower heat means more precise. Lower fire rate, lower DPS. I think, but then you'd reduce Fortify just needs major. They've had ideas with it before, but they just never followed through because her defensive capabilities were still so overtuned underneath it. Is making Javelin Spin, it needs minor tweaks. I think Javelin Spin should cool your weapon and be the vertical mobility as well. It depends on what ability you're talking about, Schnitzel. I didn't play a ton of Ralph's Code either to really give my firm opinion either. Yeah, you could say the knockback from spin is too much as well. I don't think it's necessary for the ability to function. I think it should be tuned down. Does Orisa need vertical mobility? Yes, she does. She absolutely needs vertical mobility. If you don't think Orisa needs vertical mobility, I hope that you enjoy where Orisa is right now. I don't think it makes sense for her from a thematic hero mastery thing to have crazy horizontal mobility necessarily. I think she's too big. I think it should be powerful lunges or whatever, like brief moments of mobility, and that's probably all she deserves. I think Ryan deserves to have the more flat, broad mobility and or Malga. And not every character needs verticality. My man, it makes zero sense to their fantasy, so no. Well, then enjoy Orisa for how she is. Because if you don't give her some form of mobility, then you have exactly what you have with Brawl Tinks right now. And we've learned this lesson again and again and again and again. So if you like Orisa as she is, then I'm not going to argue with you. That's your subjective opinion. This is my subjective opinion. But you need to be logical with that, right? So if you don't like Orisa, then that's your choice. You cannot take away Orissa's survivability without giving her something else. You just physically cannot do that. So, being another Brawl Tank style, I don't mind the Brawl Tank style if it's more like Hazard. Or Ryan. Like, Ryan has his issues, but Ryan has his downsides, right? Yes, some sort of gallop. Yeah, I'm not married to verticality. I just think that would be the unique niche within other Brawl Tanks. Because there's a lot of tanks that have some form of horizontal mobility, but nothing really has ups. It'd be very limited ups, obviously. But yeah. And it would involve using one of your mitigation abilities to reposition. So when I say more of the horizontal / horse mobility, I understand that, like, oh, well, then isn't the horse supposed to do? I actually did. So I don't know if you guys remember when I was trialing for the Overwatch dev position. We did a rework of horse for a thematic custom game thing, and it was much more horse related with like a javelin and pole vault and stuff like that. But yeah. But I'm open to suggestions, but she has to move. You have to move. No, Ryan doesn't need verticality because he has pin. That's his expression of space control. That's his strength. And Ramatra's terribly designed, in my opinion, in terms of the execution of design. We'll get to it right now, but Ramatra's comparing Orisa to Ramatra is exactly my point. You have an unkillable hunk of metal on main. Ramatra's value comes to the fact that he doesn't need as much mobility because he has greater range. But that they need to be adjusted better with his abilities. But I think she needs a rework with no more verticality. I just completely disagree. It doesn't have to be verticality, but there needs to be something to move. I mean, Ram sucks too, right? Ram's worse than Orisa in many ways. Play into Orisa's range. Yeah, I mean, I guess. The problem with range as a tank is it's difficult to balance because tank, by definition, is not a ranged character. You can't have very effective ranged tanks because tanks are supposed to play with your attention, and proximity equals threat. If you look at even somebody like a Sigma, that's why Sigma has a very limited projectile range, because if you increased Sigma's projectile range, not only would he be broken, but he wouldn't necessarily demand your attention like he does right now. I think it's very difficult to have a tank that is more exclusively focused on range. So it's I've had that question before. Could you ever have a ranged poke tank? And the answer is, well, there's a spectrum, right? Sigma does okay. Sigma's pretty fair. You even have a character like Ram, who when he's in Nemesis or Omnic form is like, fine, sure. But you actually have to be really careful of that. Be really careful of that. But yeah, you could if you disagree with the mobility side of things, then yeah, absolutely, that leans you into your other option being you would need to buff her poke damage. So you would need to lean more into what I was saying with the weapon heating and cooling down, right? So that you have more precision at greater range but lower DPS. And then you would need something to either reduce her hitbox or reduce the damage that she takes in a way that doesn't make her oppressive up close. The idea with Fortify was that it reduced your gun overheat so that you could spam for longer at range and not get headshot. The problem with that is that you were just as effective up close, if not more so. So nobody really used Orisa as a more of a mid-range tank. They just got in the enemy's face and just killed it. You could add shield back. Yeah, I mean, you could, but yeah. So you would need to do, if you wanted to lean into Orisa, not mobility, you need to give her really focus on her weapon and the precision of her weapon. You need to lean into Javelin. You would need to nerf things like Javelin spin, knockback. You would need to adjust how Fortify is for defensive capabilities versus weapon cooldown. It's possible. That would be the only other thing I think that you could do with her design, I think. And then you probably wouldn't have to have complete mobility here. So Orisa would be the type, she would actually avoid initially brawling with tanks and instead try to soften up backlines and so on. Yeah, the problem is that Orisa's range right now also functions in short range. Okay, let's keep going here. Javelin's fine. I think it's too spammable, too easy to hit on larger targets, but I don't think there's a lot complicated wrong with Javelin necessarily. I think Farah's fine. Oh gosh, here we go. Now. Here we go. Here we go. There we go. Why is there no good as is tier? Because that tier would be the entire screen, considering how many abilities we've already focused on. Nemesis form needs significant adjustments. We've talked about it already before. You can actually go back to my perk reworks idea, my perk fixes, and we talk a great deal about having Nemesis be either a resource where you can cancel Nemesis earlier and get some of your refunded duration back, so you get a lower cooldown the next time you use it. So you're allowed to weave. I forget what the way that they called it, but you can go back and in and out of your phases much faster. And you would have to adjust the bonus armor given so that you don't abuse that. It's literally just that block that's the issue. No. So you would want to have weaving to be on a shorter cooldown so you can have the actual tempo cycling between cycles much more fluidly, which would, I think, make his decision-making way more interesting. The problem is that once you get into Nemesis form, you kind of want to finish it out so that you're able to capitalize off of the defensive capabilities for longer. But if you cancel it early and you're rewarded by getting a lowered cooldown, that rewards you for deciding quickly, okay, I don't need this Nemesis form. I can go back into my Omnic form without getting punished for the full cooldown. And then in terms of the abilities, I actually think the abilities are okay. I don't think the shield or the vortex is bad, which is why they're in minor tweaks. They just don't function quite well as a way that I would see them, which would be for shield. I think shield needs to be way lower in cooldown and way lower in HP. So you can use it for, like, have it on like a 6, 7, 8 second cooldown, something like that, but have less than half of its HP. So you can actually break it, but that there's more ways of outplaying CC and functioning at range and mid-range and so on. Vortex is OP because it needs to be overtuned for the cooldown that it is. I think you could argue that, I don't know how this, okay, to me be very clear, I don't know how this would function with this current perk. With the current Ravenous Vortex perk, having any lower cooldown for Vortex, even if it lasted less, would be broken. Because you are basically saying that, oh, I can just spam that 50 pull burst damage over and over again. So you'd have to nerf the perk. So this isn't done in a vacuum. But the vision for perk would be something that is like shield, slightly lower cooldown, slightly less effective, so that you don't have 13-second cooldown cycles. You could not delete block, otherwise you'd kill the character. You just have to make it so that block does not last as long, Nemesis form does not last as long, and you're actually rewarded for leaving it. Wouldn't all these flexi cooldowns? Trying to think of a good analogy for what I'm talking about with the... Well, so these are not flexi cooldowns. These are the fixed 7 or 8 seconds or 9 seconds or whatever, just reduced, and that's all. This one... I'm trying to think of like a good analogy here. It'd just be like canceling an ultimate sooner, and so that you're able to start charging your next one sooner. But yeah, right now Ramattra kind of plays for a pretty simple cooldown gameplay loop, and then involves a lot of Nemesis forming, using it, or Nemesis forming, sorry, using it for the full duration, a lot of blocking, and then the cycle kind of repeats. He's easily the most I mean, we'll ignore the mirror right now, but I think he has a lot of potential as a design, but because of the length and power of the cooldowns, because of the way Nemesis and Omnic are very static in their relation with each other, so that you're not really encouraged to weave in between them at all, you kind of waste an opportunity, I think. So block is a huge problem. So, hey, Kieran. Cheers, mate. I don't know about Reaper. I think Wraith is okay. I don't know. Reaper, I think, is one of those characters where, like, I would have to think a long time. I don't think he's in a terrible position. He's much better than he used to be. Maybe teleport orb. Yeah, I mean, maybe you could do something more with teleport, but abilities in general should not have a refund mechanic. Well, of course they should. Your definition of skill ceiling is a little limited. So skill ceiling is the maximum amount of value that you can squeeze out, how difficult it is to maximum squeeze out. And when you have a refund mechanic, you are now questioning whether you should use the full duration of your ability or whether you should cancel it, especially because you're not rewarded with bonus armor again. So it's an opportunity cost. Do you cancel it, go back into your Omnic form so you get it back faster because you don't need it anymore, or do you just squeeze out as much value as you possibly can? Now, you could say, oh, it's too forgiving. Well, that's because you're assuming Nemesis form in a vacuum is just straight up superior. That's the problem. That's the thing we're trying to go away from, so that we're not, oh, Nemesis form is so good, right? You should be punished if you cancel it sooner. Why? Why should Nemesis form be better than Omnic form? It should be situational, right? It should be a decision. You invest your cooldowns in each situation that makes the most sense. I mean, even if you made Nemesis form have a resource on block, you would have to make a decision. Should I be blocking this, or should I just be hiding behind a wall? But yeah. Better way of inputting teleport. Yeah, so I haven't thought enough about teleport, and I'm not convinced that it needs any major changes here. I'm open to ideas, but I'm going to leave it outside of minor tweaks right now. It might need a tweak or maybe two, but not as much as some of these other ones. I'll leave as is. I'll leave Reaper as is. Guys, I think Ryan's fine. I think Ryan's fine, man. I think Ryan's struggles are more to do with some of the other Brawl tanks. I think Ryan's problem is the Rams, the Orissas, and so on. I think Ryan definitely has some shortcomings, for sure. I think maybe leaning more away from shield, but I think they've done a really good job with some of his perks. They're weaker compared to other perks, but that's, again, not a commentary on Ryan. When Ryan feels bad, that's generally not meaning that Ryan needs more. They've done a lot of things with Ryan that kind of address my initial complaints. Stuff like the passive heal kicking in faster, Fire Strike projectile speak, even the Fire Strike refunds, right? Shield Bash is kind of meh, you know? But like I Ryan has weaknesses, Ryan has strengths, Ryan has Ryan is the perfect example of a tank that has a very clear strength and very clear weakness, but has flexibility to where he can perform in suboptimal situations just fine. It's just challenging. You compare that to Orisa and Ram, who are extremely strong in one niche and then really weak in other niches, and basically just overperform because they're overtuned, or they just beat out other tanks in the brawl. Ryan is, I think, by far the healthiest brawl tank that we have that isn't named Junker Queen. I think Hazard depends on your definition. I think Ryan's fine. I think Ryan's fine. Ryan's problems are other tank heroes. That's the problem. So I think you need to create an environment that's healthier for Ryan. And Ryan also functions well value-wise. Like, Ryan is a consistently good performing tank in most ranks up until the higher rank. Yeah. So Ryan is always a decent choice in any rank that isn't Masters Plus, basically. Right, I agree. One, I don't think that's a hot take. I mean, it's a hot take for the community, but I think you're definitely correct. I think Ryan gets a lot of value skill floor-wise. A lot of it. Yeah. I'll believe you, Duck. I'll believe you, Duck. I haven't played around with it near enough. All right. Roadhog. Yeah. Disaster. Trap was intended as an extra step for a one-shot, and that just doesn't even really need it as much anymore. It now gives him a lot more healing resource. It's more AoE CC. It's inflexible and difficult to use as the Roadhog. So what do? You just throw it on your feet, and that's it. And Hook is it's a lot of fun to use, and it is not easy to use necessarily. Scales to your skill well, which is its one redeeming factor, but it's just really, really bad. Too much of his value is shifted into his Hook. And Vape is just a disaster. It's just damage reduction and healing. And it was the worst rework that they've done yet. The only thing that they did with the rework was they tried to make it so that Hook was one more step, and then they undid that as well. Hog is not even OP, guys. Like he has probably one of the most broken minor perks in the game, and still isn't necessarily, to my knowledge, dominating in win rates. He's just cancer, man. He is a one-trick pony, the very definition of one-trick pony, easy enough to counter, and by far the strongest 1v1 character in the game. He's just a turd. He provides nothing to his team. He's the definition of complete selfishness in terms of how he is applied, and he's a disaster. There is no nuance with how Hog's abilities are used. Vape is incredibly simple to use. All you need to do is time it around certain burst windows of damage and or when you take significant damage. Hook is the only good part of Hook is that it's mechanically difficult to land, and there is a bit of an opportunity cost of who you should go for. Trap is incredibly easy to use. There's no nuance. He's just the worst. Yeah, exactly. So he's terrible. He's terrible. They need to literally start from the scratch. They need to scrap Trap. They need to scrap or significantly rework the way his Vape works and start from scratch. Yeah. No. Sigma's fine. Sigma's fine. I think Sojourn's fine as well. It's more of her weapon that needs discussion. I talked about her weapon in detail on the perk fixes video a few months ago on YouTube. You guys can find that. I won't go into the details of what I suggest for her weapon, but I think she's fine. For her abilities are fine. Healing Station sucks. But I don't think the concept of having sustain for Soldier is bad. I think it's good. I think it's what he should keep. And they just need to change how it works. Beyond that, I think it's fine. Let's keep going. Let me update my thing here. Ranking. If I'm leaving them on the bottom, it's not that they couldn't use some adjustments. It's just I don't think that they're even deserving of the minor tweaks, like maybe one or two things. And I don't know. I feel like change for the sake of change. Okay. Yeah. Gosh. Somber time. Healing Station needs to be used on the fly. It needs to be used on the move. You could even make it so that it does less healing when you're moving. And you could even, yeah, that's basically it. We're going to keep this really simple, okay? Remember when we talked about soft CC, guys? And how saying that's inherently weaker than hard CC is a foolish statement because you have to factor in the length of the CC, the accessibility of the CC, and the difficulty of consistently landing the CC. Sombra's hack is the definition of a terrible CC because it is significantly stronger in certain circumstances than it is in others. There's vast situations in which you can get a lot of value of it, vast situations in which you cannot, and it completely cripples other people, and it doesn't cripple or even bother others. They've tried to address this by encouraging people to hack and riskier situations with stuff like Opportunist, but this just basically makes it so that you're forced to land hack to be able to consistently 1v1 people, and if you don't, you fail. It cripples other people with no counterplay. It's irrelevant in other situations. It's just a disaster class, and the fact that it's on basically a spammable cooldown, even though there is an internal cooldown, means that there are going to be at least once or twice per game, somebody's going to put their fists through their monitor because they get chain CC'd. And yet, as a Sombra player, it's not like, oh, this is so much fun. It's just, no. It's part of her hero fantasy that needs to go. It's part of her hero fantasy that needs to go, at least in its current implementation. It doesn't matter how low of a cooldown you reduce it. It doesn't, or long of a cooldown you make it. It doesn't matter how difficult you make it to get it off. I'm not even convinced that putting it on a projectile like a skill shot is necessarily. That addresses one aspect, but it probably brings up a whole new host of issues. Obviously, the timing of the hack is a problem as well, because you're very fixated on when you can get hack, which is basically only an initiation of an engagement. There are very few circumstances to get hack besides the element of surprise, because with the exception of like Genji deflect, which you can cancel, by the way, everything cancels it. So it's just basically impossible to get off if you're not opening with it, which just leads it towards assassinations. It simplifies the gameplay loop. It's just the definition of just ability that's super oppressive and or super pointless. And it's just not good. It's just not good. And I understand why it's part of her hero identity as a hacker, but I think we really have to start from the ground up about what a hacking character can do, can and can't do, and what her identity needs to be. And I know that there's people that play Sombra and like her. I like Sombra. Sombra is probably my best DPS character, period. I really enjoy playing her. I really enjoy coaching her. And it's because of the skill ceiling of the character. It's just very appealing to me, and the rotations are very appealing to me. It's something that even other mobile characters can't really do. But hack is just not it. It doesn't matter there's just no tweak that you can do to make it, even if it's like a quarter of a second, even if it was just an interrupt, the interrupted abilities, people would still get mad at it. So I'm going to put it into a major rework. I could see major adjustment. Maybe there's a world where I just don't know. I just don't know. And I think translocator is actually, I don't think that there's an objective truth here, but my gut says that in its current implementation, stealth through translocator is not the end of the world. Because it's not permanent, because it's tied to a cooldown, because it's interruptible, I'm not saying it's good. I'm not sure what I want with Sombra, to be frank with you guys. I'm not sure. I don't know. Stealth is so incredibly hard to balance as well. It's hard because Sombra has every aspect of her kit. I mean, even Virus, right? Like, the difference between, I think, Sombra and Roadhog is that I think every one of her abilities feels problematic in some way, shape, or form. But the difference is that with Sombra, it feels like the choices of what you can do compared to what a Roadhog can do are infinitely more because of her mobility and because of how her abilities are relatively flexible. Like, whether, as bad as hack is, there is some choice in there. Same thing goes with translocator and so on. But that being said, every single part of her kit is extremely frustrating and annoying to play versus in certain situations. Stealth is very difficult to balance. Burst cooldowns that are exclusively, especially when given to a stealth character, which means you can more consistently land them. I mean, that's the problem. Is like, if it's not just that hack or virus and stealth, it's the whole bunch and applied. It leads to a lot of problems. And to be clear, Sombra is not easy to play. There are just a lot of situations when you're just not sure exactly what you're supposed to do. So you either have a CC character for burst damage character with stealth. It just isn't going to work, man. It just is not going to work. So, again, I sympathize. I'm not going to describe myself as Sombra main, but she is one of my favorite characters to play from that skill side of things and choice side of things. But my goodness, it's a mess. So we'll keep it there. We won't elaborate. I'm kind of putting this on terms of offensiveness as a cooldown, but I don't have as many suggestions as I would for other characters. We'd have to go back to the drawing board. Yes, I agree, Deft. I also agree with Questron's take about Control Alt Escape encouraging uptime for Sombra, which I agree. I believe Questron's vision of Sombra is something that has significantly more uptime and has a much more even output of pressure with fewer variable spikes, which I think is a pretty good take. That would mean giving her 250 HP, taking away virus or reworking virus fundamentally, and so on. So you just have even if you are on the back line, you're more of a consistent nuisance rather than a lethal threat that could deliver a die based off of your engage. Yes, I agree with that, Amon Bull, yes. Which is why I love the White Hat perk. It's hard to get value out of because you're not motivated to play in that manner, but the theory of White Hat perk I think is beautiful and something that they could definitely do with her. I think turrets have potential. I don't like the slow stacking. I don't like the fact that they don't provide utility outside of that. I've talked about a couple of ideas with Symmetra, but I think they could do more with it. Teleport I think is fine. It just has too much HP, so it's not going to go into minor tweaks. We won't go over her ultimate. Overload just isn't the most interesting ability. It just fires faster, more armor. I would love to see them lean more into like the utility DPS thing, and I think that's why I'm going to put turret in here as well. Cheers, Abby. Sleep well, mate. Or whatever you're doing, mate. I think the wall stick with turret is just great. It's just so good. It's increased his skill ceiling by like a significant margin. They should do more of that kind of stuff, like more turrets. Only one, but you have to choose what turret that you do. There's different turrets that do different things. Even just two. Does this or does this. Depends on the situation, right? I think in general, Overwatch has a remarkably diverse hero cast, but they've really struggled with utility characters. Really struggled. Symmetra, Torb, Sombra, they just don't know what to do with them without giving them CC, are just really annoying low skill abilities. You know? Yeah, Sim Turret still wall hack on hit. Sim Turret's wall hacking on hit was one of the best changes they possibly could have done for that character and is the definition of cool utility because it departed from how you would think about using turrets. What's really funny is this was something that pro players are doing with turrets. So when I used to coach Lijiang Tower, you guys remember the teleport to point strategies that used to be meta with back in 6v6? What we do is we play versus these dive comps, and I remember coaching Backbone. I think it was Backbone, or maybe it was Grathan. I don't remember. And we would have these, and I coached them where to put their turrets on the flanks so that they'd hide. But we'd get information from the alert that they were on the flank. You didn't get wall hacks, which is way cooler. Hey Corey, but you would get information, and so like I think that kind of stuff is really cool. I like that. Wall hack means you can see their outline like Widowmaker's ultimate. But I don't know. I think they could do a lot with the builders. You know, I don't think more deployables is better, but different deployables. Like you have one here, or you could do that turret for like. Think about the way I look at Torb's current turret is like the mid to long range consistent pressure, just like consistent pressure, right? I don't know, right? Like it could be a boop turret that if you get too close, it explodes. It could, dude, a freaking explosive turret. Maybe that would be cancer. I don't know, guys. Like it automatically explodes if you go near it. No, because Namor has a lot of deployables, right? I think you just want the one. I think you need to limit the number of deployables in Overwatch. Otherwise, it gets really annoying. But yeah, I think kind of what they did again with the wall placement turret was exactly the kind of thing that you want with a builder, or turrets that give wall hacks. Exactly what you do in a builder, in my opinion. So yeah. So if you're, exactly what Dark Hat is saying is if you're going to do deployables in Overwatch, it has to be either range flexible or fast paced, and you can't. That's why wall stick is such a good perk in Overwatch 2 in terms of like design, because it plays with the way the carrot game works, which is you need kind of the ability to make these decisions quickly live time and not set up 6 hours in advance. Tracer's fine. I mean, perks are a little problematic. I think Venture's fine as well. I know Venture is not the most blessed character to grace our game, but I like Venture. Venture's fun. There's maybe some balance discussion that we could have, but from the strict cooldown design thing, that's not the end of the world. We'd have to discuss it more. I think Adaptive Shields from Wrecking Ball needs a minor tweak. I think it can give him a lot of HP, but it doesn't really give him much defense, direct defense versus CC. I would love if they made Wrecking Ball's... One of the things I've talked about a lot is just like Wrecking Ball's survivability versus non-CC comps just being too strong. But he doesn't really have enough... He doesn't really have as much outplayability versus characters with a lot of CC. So he's very feast or famine. So he's either unkillable or instantly killed. I would love if they looked into that with a little bit of adaptive shields. Maybe a lukewarm take. But I think I really like what they did with the shield sharing. I think that was really cool. But yeah. Not sure. I'm not really sure if adaptive shields would be the way to do that, but we'll throw it in there just as food for thought. I think Venomine needs some minor tweaks, but I actually think many of Widowmaker's problems aren't as much to do with their abilities. I think they're okay. I'm not really sure what I have for Venomine. I definitely think it needs several adjustments about what it could do or how it's functioned, but that would have to come in conjunction with something fundamentally with her weapon. We're kind of snowballing here because everything else is pretty straightforward. I think the last thing, I'm glad we're getting this one last because this one's pretty tricky here. What do you guys think about Zenyatta? I think minor tweaks to Discord for sure. I like the fluidity of Zenyatta's kit, but I do think that there's just not as much thought with placing out as there should be. Oh yeah, that's Harmony Orb. I've played this character for so many hours. I'm so dumb. It's weird because Zen mains hate the cooldown. It's so clunky. But then you just Discord tank and it's like, So I'm wondering if there's like you could honestly, guys.
Adaptive shields were truly adaptive. When you slam,
maybe,
some shields to amp slam somehow, or a press to share.
I would be careful about amping slam because that might be broken. But I see what you're saying. I don't know. You could nerf the amplification of Discord probably even further as like a slap on the wrist to deal with it and just buff his damage. I don't know, man. All right, hot take. You guys ready for a hot take? I think Harmony Orb is fine. I think Harmony Orb's problem is more Season 9. You would just need to buff its healing, if anything, if you really wanted to buff Zen. I think Zen probably needs a couple of tweaks. I think Trance could use a little bit of an update. I think his hitbox is a little bit too big. I think Harmony Orb is a little bit too weak. And I think Discord is probably a little too strong. But I wouldn't mind if they did something with the kick passive. I mean, you guys know me, a little bit of vertical mobility never kill anybody, right? But I just don't like 2 Harmony Orbs because I think it would dramatically increase his healing output, which I'm not as big of a fan of. I think he should have a weaker healing. But I just think the part of Zen that you should is the fluidity of his gameplay and strictly focusing like Zen is all about rotations and mechanics, like taking angles, rotating fluid. And I think having 2 harmony orbs. So whenever I've done that in Stadium, for example, or was it Stadium or was it Junkenstein's Revenge? I don't remember. I found myself clunking around a lot. I found myself cycling way too many of my orbs, which, fine. Maybe that's a different skill expression of the character, but it really took away some of the fluidity, but I'm not. Yeah, doing something while ulting would be crucial. Like being able to cycle Harmony and Discord while ulting would be huge. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't think Zen needs a major rework by any means. I would love to see if they just maybe they just nerf Discord Orb again and give him more damage, and then give him a little more Harmony healing, allow him to use his orbs while trancing, and call it a day. Harmony could get a buff to its healing if it's near somebody with a Discord Orb. I mean, yeah. I mean, it would definitely simplify some of your Harmony Orb choices, but I see what you're saying where, like, normally you don't Harmony Orb a tank, but maybe you do now. His other perk kind of leans into that a little bit, but I'm not so sure how I feel about that perk. I see what you're saying. No tweaks to Winston Bubble? No. Winston Bubble's fine. Yeah, I'm not going to the passive as much, but yeah, I don't like Zen Kick very much. Certainly not the amount it boops. Zen's just been really bad for a long time at the higher levels, but I think he functions just fine, from what I understand, in most ranks, especially if the map is like halfway decent for him. Is Zen alternate fire a healthy one-shot? Yeah. It's hard to do. There's a severe opportunity cost going for it because it significantly lowers your DPS. And it means that you have to stand still for like a full half a second. And it costs more of your ammo, which means you're more likely to reload. Right, Rhea. I think the reason why people have been seeing Zenyatta come back into play is because of the Freya nerfs. I think Freya and Juno have been... Juno is just because Juno's just been so strong for a speed character, for a support, that she's really dictated a lot of her metas. And Freya was so strong that she really discouraged a lot of the dive meta stuff. But as Freya's gotten nerfed and then it's not being replaced with a speed rush thing, then we've started to see a little bit more BAP and a little bit more Zen. It's also probably worth pointing out that BAP and Zen have not been experimented with in like over a year and a half or 2 years. So maybe people are like experimenting a little bit now. So the power of Ramarissa, yeah. Yeah, you have Ramarissa, but you don't like have an OP Juno speed boost behind them anymore. So you're like, well, what do we play for support? And now people don't really know. Like, you don't even know what supports to play, but yeah, I guess it's separate here. Yeah, I guess kind of more of an open-ended discussion with this, but yeah, I'm pretty pleased with this here. Let me unpin this here so we can kind of scroll back and make it nice and juicy. There's our final list here. Doesn't mean that all the other cooldowns in this list are perfect. It doesn't mean that all the cooldowns in this list are terrible. It just means that these are things that I personally would love to see some attention given to, either on a minor level, a significant level, or a complete overhaul. Give vision on the, yeah. All right, to wrap this up, where am I wrong? Where am I just so completely wrong? Give me your best hot take from this list. Give me your best hot take from this list. The one that I forgot to add to the list, or the one that I shouldn't have added to the list. Give me your spiciest take. Give me your spiciest take. Full list is wrong. Thank you for that. Life grip. Fair. I admit that definitely life grip could be one that you just want to remove entirely. I understand that 100%. Doom block is a longer discussion. We talked about it earlier. You'd have to go back. Cass needs a major rework with Nade. Plyon. As in what? What about Pylon? Hook needs a full rework. Fair. Adaptive Shields needs a rework. EDR is not that bad. BAP does not need amp heal to change. It's fine if you change in mortality fields. Pummel's an easy fix. Moira Orb is fine. Sombra Virus should just be completely removed or reworked. Yeah. I definitely don't like Virus in its current implementation. Overload. Castanade is not that bad. I think Res is salvageable as a mechanic. Trap is cool. Can I say something weird? Braxton never stopped you before. You think Nade needs a major adjustment as an automane? Sombra Invis should be in major rework. Trap is fine. Sleep is basically a one-shot. I think bringing back the Firestrike Anti. Ooh, I mean, yeah, that would definitely help in the Brawl Tank matchup for sure. Regen Burst is fine. Life Your Pedal is the least offensive ability here. Vortex needs major adjustment. Yeah, interesting. I don't like that Vortex has the burst damage as much. I don't know if I like that aspect of the perk as much. Ram E moved up one tier. Ooh, that's definitely a scrimmer right there. Ram E dominates in scrim meta, from my understanding. Res is fine as a singular action. Trap could work if it works like the one trap perk, and here's the storm. Venomine is fine. Fade is the strongest ability in the game. Spicy, spicy. Rez and Suzu should swap places. Ooh, that is spicy. I guess it's not that spicy. Everybody freaking hates Kiriko. Guess you'll see tomorrow. No, I mean, yeah, I can imagine, you know. Yeah, Vortex is cripplingly slow right now. It went from being a very niche ability to where it just literally will shove your face and beat into with a hammer. Damage boost is part of primary or secondary finer, so it doesn't count. But trust me, I was so focused on damage boost that I almost included it before I realized it doesn't meet our abilities parameters. Shadow Step should be faster. Whip Shot could use some tweaks. Ram Block should be major adjustment. Vortex is really strong, yes. Ram Shield is fine. Why is there no delete from the game or kick the guy who came up with that in the balls here? I mean, you could say that's the major rework here, maybe. We need more combos. Well, the Daft, so far you're 0 for 2 because we didn't include ultimates in our tiers either. So try again. You're already piling as fine as is. Ram Block should be major rework. Let's see. No Bastion move? Well, we did a Bastion here in the minor tweaks. Yeah. Oh, give me some water, y'all. Give me one sec. I think Shadow Step should be somewhere. As a Batman, I hate Vortex. I hear you. Hazard anything. Oh, yeah, true. Okay, so I guess... Wait. Frick, there's no Freya or Hazard in here. Freya... I think Freya's needs to work more. It's more with her weapon. I think it's more with her weapon. I think her abilities are fine. If anything, you can make it. I guess you can make some minor adjustments to like buff stuff like updraft back to 10 seconds. My question has always been: can Freya live if she doesn't have a 2-tap? And maybe we'll see an iteration of that down the road, but I'm not sure. If Freya doesn't have a 2-tap, could we lean more into her ability and ultimate strength? I'm not sure. No Juno either. I think Juno's abilities are fine. I think Torpedoes, maybe a minor adjustment or here or there, but I think Juno's fine. I think Freya, ability-wise, is probably fine. I think, if anything, with Freya, like I said, I'd love to see maybe to try a run where she's nerfed on her bolts and has a little bit more movement focused. Hazard. Okay, so Hazard, I think, man, is it? I might say Hazard's fine too. Maybe we could keep looking at his mitigation through his block, but it's so hard. I'm so scared about doing anything major to Hazard because I think he's got a pretty high skill floor and ceiling, and he doesn't have the greatest matchup versus some of the other Brawl tanks either. You'd have to be very careful. I'd say maybe a little bit less block, but, where do you buff? You don't really want to buff his slash damage. You probably don't want to buff his weapon. You probably don't want to buff his wall. Maybe he could wall climb a little faster or something like that. You don't really want to buff his jump distance. I think his ultimate's fine. Maybe a lower cooldown, a lower HP in his wall. Maybe. So there's a lot of things to adjust with Hazard, which is nice, so that you have a lot of little knobs that you can tweak. But, yeah. I think Hazard's probably fine as is. And when I was talking about what you would buff with Hazard is because if you were to nerf his block, right, his wall, his defensive mitigation thing. So I think for the most part, the three newer heroes with their abilities are probably okay. Because I kind of like him as a not hyper mobile character, or at least not a hyper mobile. He is very mobile, but not the most bursty mobile. He's far behind Winston, Doomfist, Wrecking Ball, and he's definitely a step behind. I think. Well, no, about equal Diva, maybe a little bit weaker than Diva, which I think is okay. He's kind of somewhere on the spectrum, which is I think good. He's got his own little unique niche in that front. Feels a little like Ryan, where the worst aspects of Hazard are more to do with other characters and not necessarily Hazard. I think he's fine as is. That's a hot take, Brock, for sure. It's one in hindsight that makes a lot of sense, but Freya was performing very poorly early on. People were not adjusting to her very quickly at all. So that's much more of a hindsight thing. I think they did the right thing with Freya, which was release her where she was competent, and then hot fix nerf as she got better. You hate Defense Matrix in 5v5. You mean, do you hate the quantity? Because Defense Matrix is way stronger in 66. Is stronger in 66. But Freya's passive, It's part of her quote-unquote hero fantasy, but I understand how people kind of think it's kind of gimmicky. So I think Freya's in a fine spot right now. As I said, if anything, they could lean, depending on how she performs later, they could lean more into her mobile assassin kind of playstyle. But it's very difficult to do that. Maybe she would just be too bad if she didn't have a 2-tap. I'd be curious to see. Well, Raya, I mean, it's not weird. It's pretty easy to understand. She was performing not well at all ranks. So you found somebody that felt comfortable with her really quickly. Good for them, but you can't have a character that's released in a bad state. It's terrible for engagement. People want to log in and play the new character, Every game that I played versus Freya was generally a disaster class. I was struggling with her, yes, but every Freya that I played with, and even when I started in Diamond 1, Masters 5, Masters 4, was not performing well. They were not doing well. They were struggling.
I will again reiterate, Whipshot is kinda meh in its current iteration. It's critical to Briggs' game plan, but it's far too committal in Briggs' bad matchups and probably slightly too good in her good matchups.
Maybe. Yeah, exactly, Gavin. Just such a much higher skill floor. So, it's fine. I think they behaved accordingly. As soon as her ban rate started to get kind of absurd, they hit her pretty hard with the nerf. So, let's try this, chat. I have no idea what I'm getting into. Let's give this a test here. I'll change the stream title in a second. Have any of you guys played this? Is this any good? What is this? It sucks. Is it drops or is it just normal? You've played it. Oh, this feels like you could exploit this. I feel like you could exploit this, guys.
A friend told me that you're getting rusty.
Yeah, let me move my face cam, guys.
Friends.
Let's do that so you guys can see the modifiers.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I think I need to grab health packs.
Capture the objective.
Ah!
Al fin, es hora de divertirme. System compromised.
I'll take the health pack. Frick. I wanted to abuse it, but it doesn't work. Come on, damage me, damage me, hit me, hit me, hit me, hit me. Ah, thank you. No! Yes! Frick! Yes! More damage! Holy crap. I trolled that 1v1, it just didn't matter. Ah! Frick, my bad. But what's the berserker? You do more damage when you take damage, right?
Hello.
I gotta change my headline in a second. Frick, dude, how did I catch that?
Thank you.
I don't care if they target me. It's just freaking arcade mode. It's fine.
Hi.
I mean, I'm out here doing the cringe gimmick. I'm just trying to use the abilities, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be...
Crusaders!
Okay, that was foolish. Should have grabbed the health pack. I meant to grab the health pack behind me and then I just forgot.
What's up?
I'm not done just yet. Ready to activate the EMP.
I generally don't like gimmick builds as much.
Ya volví.
Like, Dragon Science Revenge was more like, not like roguelike, I don't understand.
Apagando luces. Letting them get the objective.
Frick, man. I should have gone for the health pack first. I was not expecting the DV to peel back, but we were down 2, so of course she was. I can't hear me over game volume. Hang on, I'll turn that down a little bit. Is that better?
My ultimate is
Let me try
Testing.
again.
Testing. Henry. Bueller.
And I'm back.
I have to say my translocator, they're definitely gonna peel back.
Hack complete.
Got my damage boost. Frick. No. I'm bad.
Engage.
No, I'm bad. I'm worse. I'm worse. I'm worse. I'm worse. I'm coming on. better? Okay.
I'll find a back door.
Frick, dude. How did I fail that, man? Like, that was just terrible. Thank you for commenting my needs. No, actually, I don't think it was just your needs, to be honest with you. Alright, they're gonna chase me, but I'm gonna go frick.
Todo listo por aquí.
I'll also grab the health back here. Come on.
Much better.
Good to see you.
Gotta go.
Right away.
Feeling much better. Heroes never die.
Who else wants a piece of this objective?
¿Qué tal? Much
Frick!
better.
I'm missing every virus! Oh. Can you get off the map?
Lost.
Oh, disaster.
Complete. Score 0 to
No, Diva cannot DM Transmigrator. We're doing a silver VOD review? Moving images on 21.
Helping those in need is its own reward.
Charge pack? Okay, guys, we have to do it. We have to do it.
They had this coming.
So they're gonna be able to see me through walls, but that's okay. I think. Let's just play for health packs, guys. Let's just play for health packs. Let's see if they should be able to see me through walls though. It's the only downside.
capture the objective.
If I can get it to work. This is a terrible health pack map, but okay, I was a little bit egotistical there. I was like, I can react in time, but man, I don't know what the plan was there, guys. I really don't know. I think I get hit by 3 things at the same time.
Objective.
Somebody
My
call.
friends.
Wait, I got ult charge for that one. I'm trolling. Dude, look at my ult charge though. Look at my ult charge. Look at my ult charge. I've done nothing. I've done air. I've died off a cooldown.
Back online. Hack complete.
You kill her? Nice. There's no way that guy gets out. There's no way that Genji gets out.
I'm not done just yet.
Nah, don't need that.
Did I scare you? You're mine now.
Bruh. Okay.
That's on me. Gotta go. And I'm back. My ultimate is good to go. Tectonic shock still setting up. Ya volví.
I need to go back to my team. I don't know if they can see me through walls. I think I can.
Let the Kitsune guide you. I'm getting
Engage.
Soy intocable. Martin,
greeted. Shoot. I mean, it was definitely fun though. I'm building EMP like crazy fast.
Let me try that again.
You guys like see like 25% per health back?
You're mine now. Did I scare you? Yes. Report
Come on,
again.
shoot me. Shoot me. Shoot me, you rat. Yeah, look at that. I get full ult charge.
My ultimate is almost charged. Ya volví. Apagando las luces.
That was kind of fun in a silly way. Take the immune if you're full HP. That's true. I forget about that. It's like the Tracer health pack thing.
Defeat.
That's fine. Probably one of those modes that's gonna. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. I don't think they're testing anything necessarily max end, but I mean, I don't know. Raise the dead. Alright, what do we got here?
Arriving at Hijinx.
Health packs grant ultimate charge, quick melee attacks, knock back enemies. I mean, that would just be funny. We need a support though.
I will not leave a broken world behind.
Come on, come on. Come on, hit me.
Covering you. Wait for me to reload.
They're coming back.
Nope, nope, nope.
Excavation initiation.
Interesting.
I've got you. Look for your wounds.
Enemies reviving.
Watches over you. No recovery.
Ah, correct. That's fine. Kill it. Oh, what? How did that kill Soldier? Oh, that's awkward.
I wreak chaos.
What's your favorite thing in Battle Pass this season? I don't know.
Days I'll end up in Fiji.
I haven't looked thoroughly through the Battle Pass as much. You're gonna Q snipe? That's right. Try next time. Try next time.
My ultimate is charging.
Tactical goggles activated.
Alright, troll. That was bad. That nade was stupid as well. Just hold the angle. Trust my team. Lightweights. Thank you for the subscription.
Hello.
I keep expecting that Lucio to go for it, but he hasn't gone for it in a little bit.
Feel my might.
Wait, soldier, what? We could have won this.
How are you?
Alright, well, I'm glad the game was over. This team is interesting. Y'all got cursed. Thank you, I will enjoy the curse. Did I get another sub that I didn't think? Or am I crazy? I might be crazy. Cheers, Loki.
Welcome to
3 minute, one random hero has increased HP does more damage as much. Respawn time decreased. What if one pack was the 1%?
We're here to be heard.
Respawn time decreased? Let's do it, man.
The axe is peaches and late. I'm your queen.
Cyrus! It's a boat. How am I just not seeing this before? Or just now seeing this? Or how have I not seen this before? Or how am I just not seeing this? Oh yeah, I'll change the screen title, sorry. I remember here. A random player. I mean, I guess it, yeah, it's my plan.
round one. Capture the objective.
Who's buff? Oh, here. I'm trolling. My bad. Alright, so who's the random hero? How do we know? Over here. Oh, it's the Winston. He's blue. Nice. You just don't let him. You can't let him die because. Oh dear. No, my Winston died. Oh frick. We almost had him. See ya. Yeah, it's the Malga. Oh frick, we lost her. No, what a sleep shoot. The stream suddenly changed? What do you mean? What suddenly changed? Got here in my mouse pad.
Oh, let's break it down.
Bro, I suck, he says. Oh dear.
Step Rider.
Okay, what happened to the Trig? frick. My bad. I got getting hacked there is just a death sentence.
This music stops for no one.
Hey, Skitter. How are you? Yeah, I was gonna say you're usually one of the first ones. Sarely beat you today. It was ashamed on your behalf. Oh dear. There. I forgot the respawn. I forgot the respawn. I forgot the respawn. Shoot. I was like, oh, we can push this, then we can't.
Amp up this beat.
Yeah, exclamation mark Discord should work. You know if it doesn't. Nice. This is actually really fun, dude. This reminds me of Capture the Flag. Do you guys remember Capture the Flag? Where you just had like infinite respawn? Dude, it's really fun. Just endless. All of this coming to the main game? That's awesome, Liz Ballfart. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Health packs, Grant.
Such rousing tunes.
Thank you, music man.
How could I exploit this?
Let us proceed with haste.
Amid discord, we will find tranquility.
It's full of degens?
4, 3, 2, 1. Round 2. Capture the objective. Team kill.
You cannot escape me.
The objective is now.
Over 70 seconds reporting for duty.
It takes 2 hands to clap.
Gimme, 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 gimme. That's right, that's right, that's
Let
right.
me assist you.
That's right, that's right, that's right, that's right, that's right, that's right. No! I greeted, I greeted, I greeted, I greeted, I greeted. So, yeah, where has this Ballfart been in the Slack, man?
One who fears loss.
I don't think it's in this very good in this. Not in this game mode. We'll try it anyway because it's funny. Frick you, buddy. What a fricker. Let's try something else here. What should we try?
Hammer down.
Wait, what if we did Sombra, translocated in the sky, and shot on the way down?
Peace.
You feel me? Yeah, Freya one shots.
Apagando las luces.
This ends now.
No, I missed my virus. No, I cannot. I cannot miss you by virus. If I miss my virus, I die.
Apagando las luces. Let me try that again. ¿Qué tal?
Dang it. Holy crap.
Tengo que irme. Much better. EMP is almost ready.
Surrender to my will.
Gotta go.
Right.
Apagando las luces. That made my day.
I'm on fire.
Mucho mejor.
Help him hold the objective.
Peace. Soy intocable.
For the Crusaders!
I don't care if she's half HP. I don't give a frick. I don't give a frick, dude. What is insanity? I think this fast respawn one was the most fun. The health pack for ult charge is pretty cool too, like pretty funny. Alright, I'm gonna update my headline here. Funny new game mode. Arcade game mode. What are the rewards, guys? I only do things for rewards. Joining the game is not enough for me. Do we want to talk about the viruses this round? No. I don't want to talk about the viruses this round. I would not want to. Other modifiers? I think just swapping entire kits would be really funny. Can you imagine literally the abilities and cooldowns of a character swapped with their primary fire, hitbox, and health? Think about it. Mercy, Reinhardt with GA and a heal beam. I mean, that would be freaking... I don't think they'd be able to do that, though. I think that would be a coding disaster. What a weird combo here. Chat, what should I play here, guys? I don't know what to play. Can try Brig. Brig is always fun.
Breaking me down just builds me up.
4, 3, 2, 1. Round 1. Capture the objective.
I don't really know if I can really leverage these passives that well. They're a bit awkward.
Special delivery.
No. Frick.
Don't let them capture the objective.
Ah, man. Oh dear, I messed up. I messed up. I was too slow.
That's not gonna stop me.
We're gonna have ults here, 100%. shoot. I greeted for rally. I didn't get it. 6v6 in Hijinx Tower. Holy crap. Good trade. Oh dear. I think we're gonna get run over here. I can smell an ult. There we are. She's dead. Frick, did it too soon. I should have tried grab as well. That's the one ultimate I can't live. We got a trade though, or two. So we can maybe hold some space if I can keep my EVR alive. Yeah, I can keep my EVR alive, surely. Nope, here, that's bad. No. Frick. I grabbed Mega at 2 full HP. My bad. That was a bad disengage. Ah, frick! I bashed to stop them from shooting me or cleaving me through, but maybe I should have bashed out instead. We should still win this. The passives here are kind of irrelevant. I'm not gonna lie. Not irrelevant, but they're not. They're not. They're not palpable. At least in this combination. Nice. Dude, that heal, look at my healing, guys. Healing with 3 supports. Overwatch triple support, man. Frick. It's ridiculous. That is like what? Almost like 19,000 healing? Health packs increase, damage dealt.
Don't be afraid to ask for help out there.
I think we go Sombra again, guys.
In my world, there are no secrets.
Oh no, we lost the support. Can we go Lucio here? I know we just lost. Yeah,
to be
we'll go Lucio.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 2. Capture the objective.
There they
Beat it up, everyone! Over there! Oh, you wanna hear this? Yield to this beat.
What's going on? Where are we?
We have only welcome death on the objective.
shoot. Yeah, he's leveraging the health packs really well. Ball might just be broken for this, because he can just perma grab health packs and just buff his grapple. Frick! Man, maybe Ball Summer is just too strong.
This music stops for no one.
I guess he's gonna go.
How's that for sound therapy? Break up the game.
Ah, my bad. I got sloppy with that. I didn't need to go for her.
I'll turn it up.
I do feel like Lucio is pretty good because you just it doesn't matter if you die. You're just so back so fast. Dang it, man. We almost had him. I could have beat that if I'd finished the last clip. That's fine. That's fine. If we get another support, I'll go Sombra. Dual over health packs.
Complete. Score 1-1.
Good ball on this map. It's OP, yeah. Yeah, good ball. It's a good ball map. Pretty good ball map. Yeah. Heroes deal and receive 50% damage while in the air. Gravity decrease.
Cheers, love. It's time to save the world.
Oh, what? Again?
Someone needs to fill this saddle.
I move
Quick. Keep up if you like.
Five, 4, 3, 2.
I will
One.
not leave a
Round
broken
3.
word behind.
Capture the objective.
Now or never. أنا ما حدش يقدر عليا.
The objective
The
is
enemy
now
advances on our point. Fend them off.
Over there.
I see a hostile.
I'm going in.
Widowmaker.
Oh my gosh!
Sniper.
Oh my gosh! Sit down! Oh no. I made a mistake.
I claim this objective.
I'm near. Keep fighting.
Come on. Oh, I got Matrix. Dang it. Ah.
I won't give in.
I am unbound. Freya, edge of service.
This now.
No! No, I choked.
the test subject.
No! No, I tried to nano myself. Shoot. Man. I went for the jump because I think he has the advantage in that 1v1 if I don't run it fast.
My ultimate is ready. Get in there, and I will keep you. You're powered up. Get in there.
I actually really like what this Winston's doing. It's really smart. If you, I guess it depends on what you're playing versus actually, because you just get your head blown off.
I go out on my
My
terms.
ultimate is ready. My ultimate's ready. Over
Warrior's
there.
got right angle.
Enemy located.
Stand up straight.
Surrender to my will.
Graviton fire burning.
Taking care of you.
There, I just lagged. Oh, my latency. What's going on? Well, no. Oh dear, here we go again. Dang it, chat. Freaking Spectrum. Oh man, that's a bummer.
Defend it with me.
One of these days I'll end up in Fiji.
Why is nobody abusing flyers? Because you take 50% more damage as well. Oh man, we're spiking again. My bad, dude.
To extinction.
Yeah, I'm fixing to bail on Spectrum, bro. I tell you what.
No one can hide from my sight.
There's a test subject.
Eyes on a target.
This one.
Enemy located. Rest up. Show it for your wounds.
Enemy. I see a hostile. I feel the burn.
No, I messed up. Shoot, I think we still win this actually.
Victory.
Fixing to bail him for a year. Well, I actually have a backup option now. I've been testing it the last 2 weeks because I have T-Mobile right here.
Of the game.
That was okay. I don't like the low gravity one. I don't like the low gravity one as much. It's kind of silly, but I don't dislike it. It's just kind of like whatever.
Arriving at Antarctic Peninsula.
Mobile internet has a lot of loss. I mean, yes, but still less though than what I was getting with Spectrum. I don't like this combo. I don't know why we keep getting this combo. Try it right here. Kermit coming out to get me on the last breath? What do you mean? Who's Kermit?
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I think we just go top and see what happens. Okay, Chris, thank you for the sub, man. I just recently saw that. My bad. Oh, we lost our tank. That's Just didn't have a team. It's line issues.
Well met.
Dude, where's my team, man? I don't think she can kill me.
Captain defend the point.
Really? Okay. Great idea, thank you. That was an interesting EMP. They'd already won the fight. Hey, what the frick is this? Really? Really? Really?
Best round.
Alright, well, that was interesting. Ryan was fun though. Like I definitely felt the vampiric passive with him. I was able to keep myself up a lot more.
0 to 1.
Questionable. Just with 30% all heroes.
What a beautiful day!
This might be fun.
Let's make the most of it.
Been a while since I had so much company.
5, 4,
Hey!
3, 2, 1. Capture the objective.
You can't hide.
Why can't I stop? What? Why is it not? What happened?
Objective's mine.
My soul ignites. A promising disciple.
Like, why am I not crouching? Alright, let's test this. Is it out of combat? Yeah, it's out of combat. Wait, I can't even apply a harmony orb? What the frick is this? I'm getting scammed. Frick. That's such a scam. I can't use an ability or anything. What is it? What does the thing say?
Enemy is taking the objective. Ah!
Hang on.
Even the teacher can learn from his student.
Yeah, I can't use an ability.
Points and recordings.
Bro, holy crap, this cooldown is annoying.
Justice reigns from above.
I don't give a frick, I'm going in deep. We're hunting.
Freya, at your service.
Dude, I can't even charge. Are you serious?
Experience tranquility.
Let the Kitsune guide you.
Hello? Where did the shots go? Where did the shots go? They disappeared into the void. I might have just missed those. That felt really weird.
Who fears loss has already lost.
I have arrived on point.
For attacks, I
Enemy
guess that
here.
includes abilities as well.
I'm on fire. Hunting them down.
Personal space.
My ultimate is ready. Yeah.
What? Shooter! Dude, why are we? Man, my critical heal, man. Stop. All right. I gotta check this out. I gotta check. Wait, no, I don't want to 3Q. All right, I'm on like probably my last round with this game mode. It's fun, but it's just supposed to be silly. Which I'm not the silly mode game mode guy. All right, I gotta see this. I gotta see this. I gotta see this.
Hunting them down. Yeah.
Oh no, this is the wrong one. It was before this.
I welcome adversity.
Okay, I think I just missed them. Yeah. Yeah, I just missed them. Yeah, I just missed them. Okay. Movement speed was throwing me off. All right, I'll do one more, chat. I'll do one more. If the person with Harmony Orb attacks, it counts for you too. I don't think so, because I have Harmony Orb somebody in spawn, and it, because unless they did an attack, I guess. I don't know, bro.
Amid discord, we will find tranquility.
Taken the lead.
Okay, you know what it is, chat? Here's what it is. Here's what it is. I realize what it is. After Stadium, everything else just seems so lackluster. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? It's different than Stadium, obviously. But I don't know. Let's try Lucio and go full DPS mode. Grab health packs and go for like melee stuff. Let's try that. I had the most fun playing Lucio, honestly.
We're here to be heard. G'day, mate. The champ himself. Can you sign me forehead?
He does not do one.
Tune down Steam, yeah.
G'day, cover.
Agreed.
3, 2, 1. Round 1. Capture the objective.
Oh, he's got a pack as well. Frick. It's too direct.
The objective is now.
Let's get loud. These vibes will kill you. Back on.
Frick!
Enemy turret detected.
Amp up this beat. I think we can do some good vibes. Party time, let's go.
Enemy turret detected.
Let's get some EMDs going.
Wait, what? What just happened? Was that a damage boost in mine? Oh no, he just nailed it. That's weird.
Turn it up, turn it up.
The battle ignites me.
Let the healing sound watch over.
Oh dear. I'm kind of chilling. Yeah, I'm kind of chilling, bro. Frick. Symmetra's damage to a threat pull? It's alright. It's alright. It hurts losing the 2-tap for certain now.
Let the kitsune guide you. Excavation initiation.
Oh no, I almost had it. Shoot.
I think we're outnumbered.
Best round.
It was okay. It's kind of hard to play around the health packs a little bit. Because they're really low cooldown.
Score 0.
The melee was kind of fun though. The melee was kind of fun. I felt like I could have used that more. Speeds increase. Oh. I'll try Widow, I guess, but
I aim to devastate.
takes like 3 or 4 orbs. Depends on what you're going for.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 2. Capture the objective.
Large targets are such guilty pleasures.
As long as I reposition, I should be okay.
What goes up? You dare touch my property?
Over there. Targeting hostile.
They have numbered us. Watch out.
Hostiles are taking the objective.
Zone deployed.
Shoot, I messed someone up. I could have gotten that.
Are they for real?
No one can hide from my sight.
No! That was my bad. I greeted. Oh man, I could just do what this Juno's doing. That angle seems pretty good. And Torpedoes probably hits like a truck.
Back in action.
And doesn't miss.
Welcome to orbit.
No.
Come over here.
Clever.
Where there's smoke, there's fire.
Je me sens vivante. Enemy close ahead.
No. This is so silly.
My gratitude. I think I see the enemy.
Minefield deployed.
Огонь по готовности.
Do not provoke me.
Step right
Oh.
Thoroughly impressed.
Round 2
Nice.
Activating self-destruct sequence.
complete.
Oh. Okay, well. Widow's just a quick scoping demon the entire time. That's literally, that's so stupid. That's so stupid. Alright, let's hope the passives change. I don't like that passive. Oh, Lucio time, baby! Now I can just play a normal Lucio. But just with like, no, kind of weird stuff.
Is that not a sepia?
Swallow just toggled? Yeah. For one shot. I think that was my only headshot.
Don't take it personally when I get the most kills, okay?
Over here.
Tiger.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 3. Capture the objective.
Know it now.
I'm trolling. I'm trolling. Frick, dude, I'm trolling.
If they want this point, they'll have to go through me.
Turret here.
But yeah, exactly. I get back so freaking fast.
Let's push him off the objective.
Oh, he got the mega.
He's in my bone.
No. Ah, my approach was bad. She got pepper for the Widow match. All right, let's try this.
Where there's smoke, there's fire. Ramatra, at your side.
No.
Gotta go quick.
I am going in.
I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get this right here.
You want that ladder? Oh, let's break it. Damn! Too close. Right drop.
I respect the attempt, Squirrel. Thank you for that. No, 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 no. I got sloppy. I thought he was going to peek the other side, and I left the corner. Ah! Oh, we got a double boop. We got a double boop. We got a double boop.
Enemy turret ahead.
No, no, no. Guys. No, I trolled. Dang it. And of course the guy in point has the buff. Shoot, I trolled. Alright, well that was fun. That was pretty fun. I would say that was like, okay fun. I would say a good solid step behind, here, let's do this. A good solid step behind like Junkenstein's Revenge, but it was fine. It was okay. It was okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I don't mind it. Yeah, it was fine. You should give it a shot though. Definitely give it a shot. Your mileage may vary. Yeah. Okay. I'll probably stream for another hour. So what do you guys want to watch? We should do some rank just for fun. What hero should I play? What role should you guys want to play? Should I do a poll? Doom? Doom is funny? Maybe. What's the role like? I haven't done placements or anything, so I think these are just from last season. Play a damage hero? Well, it seems like most people want tank. Let's just queue tank and let's see what happens. Skin for playing this event. Yeah.
Select a map.
I don't really care what map. Tell you what, I'll give you guys 3 choices. How about that? Let's say Ryan, Doom, or Winston. Those are different enough, right?
Select your hero.
Unless you guys want to see a third one. I'd say no Roadhog, no Wrecking Ball. Prefer not Zarya, but I don't... No Ram. Ryan, Winston. I'm not doing an actual poll, but... Winston? 2 votes for Ryan, 2 votes for Winston. I could do Diva. I could try Diva. I'm kind of marked or washed with Diva, but I could do it. Monkey, that's 3 votes for Monkey. All right, looks like Winston it is. We'll give it a shot. No, 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 no. Nah, no. I was not paying attention at all. That would have been bad. No, but we're going to be doing a skin tier list this weekend of like visuals. You can do Winston. You're Diamond? Well, yeah, I haven't played tank seriously since Hazard. And then it was trying to just playing a little bit of Doomfist for fun.
Today. Science means going where outcomes are uncertain. But I am certain that we're going to have a great
What drip do you have for Winston? A lot, but Winston doesn't have much drip is the problem. I haven't played tank in like 8 months.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I don't know if I'm actually Diamond 5, but I'm pretty washed Winston mechanically, so it's pretty close, so to guess. There's a Reaper.
Time to tango.
Okay. Man, my Brig is struggling.
I see an enemy here.
Trying to body block there, just in case. Has to be like a Moira or Brig or something. What is Blood doing? Need to help whatever you need.
Edging you out.
Kind of just getting walked on.
Not quite, but I am closer than I was before. My ultimate is charging.
My ultimate is
Got
almost
waves
ready.
respawn, so we're here.
My ultimate is almost ready.
Oh dear, I didn't even catch who was here.
Step ladder.
Don't mess with the flying scientist.
Keep an eye out.
Oh, I didn't see my Ana died. Shoot. I didn't think I needed to use my thing. Okay, we're good.
They can't beat me if I keep on trying.
Secure.
Over there.
Flashpoint reserved.
Mobilize for the upcoming objective. My ultimate is ready.
It's pin-pad day.
Enemy detected.
These barrels are
Just teleport, that's Wraith. No. I'm dead. Oh, I got her. 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 I got the melee right before I died. We're still up one here. We're good. Nice.
Progress is still progress.
That's a lot of volts from them too.
Someone call? There's an enemy here.
Push them out.
I didn't see you there.
Can we engage with that bubble? I'm not sure which engage you're talking about, but I was like 3 or 2. I tried to ego it by 2 seconds. I didn't need bubble right away.
Flashpoint. Town center.
I was trying to greet it, but you might be right. I don't remember. Could probably get the heal bubble here. I trolled the cheeks out of that one. I trolled the cheeks out of that one. I meant to land on the height and I missed. Or that's what I should have gone for. I don't even know if I meant to. That was just really poor for me. I dismantled way too much there. It was a good Kitsune rush.
Challenging. But anything worthwhile usually is. I see an enemy here.
Oh, I messed up. Nice, she's half.
I didn't upset him.
I'll twist your flat. Hey man, not much better than me in this character. This used to be my best tank. Way back in the day, 3 years ago, 4 years ago.
Enemy detected.
Pretty decent HP trades here. Nah, messed it up. Oh, it's natural. Okay, sure. We'll lose, we'll retake though. And maybe Chain Lightning was the play, bro. This Cass is fanning every bubble, roll fanning every bubble.
They can't beat me if I keep on trying.
I'm with you.
Salutations. Over here.
I have to go all in here and hope for the best. Yeah, shoot. I had too much there. We used our ults too late.
Silently watching your Winton gameplay.
Hey, Tucky.
Lost.
Thanks for the 43 months, dude. I appreciate it.
Sunk.
Your day just made.
Let's blind jump this.
Eyes on a target. I have the
Can stop me.
I was scared he's gonna jump out. What? Oh, this is cool. Bastion? Really? Suzu.
I think we're outnumbered.
Be isolated.
They're taking the objective. Enemy spotted.
Keep an eye out.
Bro, how is why is my Kiriko teleporting to me?
Wasn't me, though.
Frick, dude. We entered that with one. I don't know.
My ultimate is ready.
Come on, man. Come on, son.
Step right.
Oh, come on. We didn't even use our ults. We didn't even nano. Oh my gosh. That's tragic. That's okay. We have one more round.
The moon base wasn't built in a day.
The Kirikos just don't know how to use their teleport, man.
Flashpoint. Garden.
They just don't. Uh-oh, my Ana's dead. He is way overextended. His backlane can't do anything, so. That was awkward.
Flashpoint unlocks in 10 seconds.
Oh, that's on my die. Oh,
Flashpoint unlocked.
no.
Come join me on the point.
Okay, nice. Is Winston good in this map? I don't think so, but he's passable. I think it feels a little better than some of the other Flashpoint maps, but I don't know if that's just me.
Let's group together.
Okay, last fight here.
Step right up.
Need a hand here. Over there.
Nice. Nice. Okay. I needed to cut off the Cassie. I messed up my juggle there at the end. That's fun. Quarters carries me very punishing for him, but as long as you have something to do with it. Yeah, it seems okay. I wouldn't say it's a good Winston map, but it's probably the best Flashpoint map. Touch the spawn doors.
Your map.
But Kiriko TP is the most misunderstood in the game? Could be, yeah. Could be, definitely. If I get Circuit, I will play Ryan, I think. More Winston? Ew, Ryan? I'm not playing Winston on Circuit Royale. I mean, I can. I've done it before, and I think we almost won. Swallow, you'd like to see that? You'd like to see Spylo Ryan, Techie? All right, frick, man. We'll do some Spylo Ryan. Only, if somebody else in chat is down, I'll do it. I'm a slave to the YouTube and Twitch chat.
Select heroes to battle.
Why do you charge my ult so slow in Winston? Why do you charge your ult so slow in Winston? Well, I'm trying to ruin your games, mate. I'm gonna slow it down. Why do I charge my ult so slow in Winston? Well, you die too much and you don't do enough damage. That's the simple answer. Think about it. So you either need to do more damage or you need to die less often. Genius. Swallow says he swashed a Winston and puts on a performance like that? Bro, that was not good. That was like Diamond 3. I was marginally better than where I was playing. Marginally. I'll play Ryan. I'll play Ryan. Tell you what. Alright, we'll start Ryan. Listen, if I do one round of Ryan and you're not entertained, then I'll swap Winston. One round. If the defense is ugly, then we go attack.
Lightning shall strike them now. I'll put it to friends.
Most boring tank in the game. I'm being baited by my Twitch chat right now.
Remember, if you want me to heal you, stand very still. But also, avoid their bullets.
On the left bridge gives you a fire stick angle. Okay.
Let's get this show on the road.
Like here, you mean? Like here?
5, 4, 3,
All right.
2, 1. Attackers incoming.
All right.
Stop the payload.
Enemy turret ahead.
I don't really want to hold forward. Okay, it does. Okay. Stop! Just do it. Why are you killing me? I'm fine. I can get away with this, right, chat? He's not gonna wall me, so. He just didn't wall me. Alright, thank you. That was not good. That should not have worked. Oh, I almost got him. On the angle. Nope.
Get in there.
I think I can swing on anything. Okay, I guess I can swing on that. Nope. Don't know why I jumped. I'm so dumb, dude. I have to stop jumping while shadowing. I literally tossed that fight. Shoot. My bad. That was a really, really poor fight for me at the end. I should have easily carried that. It's alright. Oh no. Now I tank, guys, with high. This is latency. With tanking with high latency. Okay, there you go. We're back. What are these pylons? I don't know, man. NA shatter, yeah. Oh, I missed. Wait.
There's the enemy.
Element. Hey, we actually got it. Come on. Push this Genji out. No. I trolled. I didn't want to use my pen there. I should have used it. The shadow was good. The follow-up was not. The shadow was really good. The Hanzo falling off was a little bit unlucky, but that's alright. Oh, she picked it again. Oh, here. Oh dear. Ah! I'm trolling again. What a weird game. Okay. Okay. Ryan or Winston, guys. Your choice now. Now that you've seen it. It's not my best game, okay? It's not a good game. Ryan or Winston, your choice. Winston? Okay. I think the perk was the wrong choice too, actually, honestly, given the fact of what I was taking a lot of, I mean, kind of. That's a lot of votes for Ryan. Okay, we do it again then. What's a good old-fashioned Ryan skin? There we go. Well, it was on defense, so there's no point pinning around the map when you have choke control. We'll alternate Ryan and Winston. How about that? Best of both worlds. Pin out the top on the ground. Yeah. I know where you. I always do this techie. Absolutely techie. It's good. It's good. I don't know if I'll pin high ground immediately, but I can definitely decide what I want to do from there. You know what I'm saying?
Take care of each other out there.
Remain off my screen.
Hello.
Gaining altitude.
Alright, here we go.
5, 4, 3,
I'm gonna be a little more patient with my DPS.
1. Attack commencing. Escort
Can I make this pin, Techie? I don't think I can. Oh, that's just worth it. The frick did my widow do? I know what you're doing, buddy. Kind of a pin cushion right now. Oh, he just juked me. Yeah. Save your applause for the people that need it, guys. I know. It's great. I know. Like, what are these pylons, bro? Bro, there's no way. Bro, there's no way. Where's this rat? We have to find this spirit here. We gotta clear this top. She's just out. Alright, guys. Somebody's dying, and it ain't me. Come on. Come to Papa. Are you dumb? Are you dumb? Are you dumb?
I see an enemy.
team just sucks. That's it. Team sucks, GG. I should have killed the soldier. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. That guy walked into my face and lived. Does he have shatter? Ah! Making sure he was gonna pin on me. Oh, that was a saucer right there. I'm gonna... Ah! Bro. Whatever, I'm just gonna die. Frick! We keep getting an opening and then getting overextending and then getting an opening and then overextending over and over and over and over and over again. I like the Widow swap actually. We have time. I need healing. I need healing. No, I jumped again on accident. Shoot. We lose. Frick. Team diff. I did everything perfectly. Oh, I just messed up the mechanics there towards the end. Took too much damage. It's just getting sloppy. I just think we lost like all the high ground and off angles, and I don't even know what happened that last map. We could try Ryan again, though. I don't really care.
Select your hero.
We'll go Ryan. Oh, wait, no. Dude, it is so hot, man. Check the weather really fast, actually.
Select hero bands.
Okay. New game mode? Oh, I need to change the stream title in a second. I'm gonna be... Yeah, we'll just leave as is for now. It's okay. It's okay. There's a couple of novel things that were like fun, and then I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna either play Stadium or normal Overwatch. And then I'll pass. It's okay. No change, don't worry, thank you. I think it was the skin was wrong, guys. Yeah, this is better. Where do I start at? You have a lot of videos not dated. I would start with the hero that you main on Spilo coaching and go from there.
I was never... Did anyone read the mission brief?
Bro is the reason why Blizzard keeps... I don't buy a single thing. I don't buy a thing.
If I am called, then I do not answer.
These are all old Ryan skins, except for this one. You're in my hands? Maybe.
And that is nothing to scoff at.
Hold fast! Do not let them through!
Let's still
Revise it for him? Here. It's okay, he fires. Shoot. That's okay, we got both DPS. No, don't go for the rest, please. Just win the fight first. Win the fight. We're up 1. Win the fight. Win the fight. Win the fight. Guys! Both the DPS are dead! You don't even know who I am. Questionable. What is she doing? How did she get away with that? Oh, I thought I could get off the edge. No. Fine, screw it. I'll take it. We win the fight now, buddy. Who's laughing now, sweet cheeks? I think I need to get a fire strike bird. There's just no way this Sombra gets away. Wait, oh no, latency. Nice shot, holy crap. Oh my gosh, the latency! Oh, dude, like this Spectrum. Okay, this is it, dude. Wait, 6:55. I have to end the YouTube stream, I think. I'm now over 1,000.